Welcome to another episode of Aberrant, Project Utopia. This podcast is rated MA for fantasy violence, language, and sexual situations. This recording is going to be in the raw, which means there'll be little to no editing, no intro or closing music, and some silent moments known as dead air. I am Kirk, and I am the Game Master for Aberrant First Edition.
I'm Mary, and I will be playing Bethany King, who recently acquired the Nova name of Firefly.
I am Andrew. I will be playing Zeus, birth name Connor Blood.
Okay. Last time we let off, you guys had dealt with some... Oh, shit.
We went shopping.
You guys went shopping,
We did go shopping, and we had a photo shoot.
Photo shoot and a condo set up in Las Vegas. And a car set up.
Got a car, yeah.
And you guys dealt with some bank robbers. That's what else happened. I was trying to remember, like, what the hell did I put you guys through? The bank robbers. And one guy was captured and taken into custody. The others were killed. So even the lightning that came down, rained down on them, I think killed those guys.
Yeah. They're the guys outside, and it took them out. And there were the guys who were still under the cover, so they were able to avoid a whole lot of it, and they retreated back inside.
I immolated at least one, I think just one of them.
Yeah. There was the guy who laid down the
Maybe
suppressive fire and hit both of us, and you roasted him like a marshmallow, and I zap-gapped the second guy who shot me pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I had bound one guy with lightning restraints, and then we're like, oh yeah, I guess we should turn you into the authorities.
Yep.
On the plus side, French prisons are god-awful.
Yeah. They had crazy armor on, and they also had an experimental Gatling gun cannon laser.
Railgun.
Yeah.
Battery-powered.
That was battery-powered. Yeah.
An industrial fuck you. Yeah.
Which I did take pictures of and send them to Chrome Samurai.
Okay.
To be like, this is weird, and you know more about technology than I do. And also, could this have anything to do with the gravity bomb that we just experienced the other day? This is weird tech.
I smiled and waved at cameras.
Chrome Samurai gets back with you and says he has no idea what that is. He's never seen anything like it, but he's sending out feelers. And so everyone's cipher is at 1 right now officially. It's going to take him a while to keep going to get up to 3. I think that's where he's going to max out on that.
Okay.
So I think it takes a month for him to really go through, clean up backgrounds. If he can vanish your stuff, he will vanish it. If he has to set up another sort of persona, then he does that. So a lot of copying and pasting from other people's backgrounds. Yours is going to be harder because you were in the public eye for so long. So
right. It's more of like creating that fissure between Connor and Zeus. Because at this point in time, I mean, like, well, Project Utopia probably knows and has a connection. Everything has been signed Zeus.
Right. And
like, I've got the legal paperwork that says, like, yeah, no, his name is Zeus. He officially changed it. Originally, his name was, Max Sterling, but he.
Yeah. So, also, you guys did your photo shoots and everything. They took scans of you. It's been a week. I'd say a week passes. You guys are in your condo in Las Vegas. Everything smells new, and Chrome Samurai gets back to you. Prototypes of your action figures have arrived.
And Chrome Samurai gets back to us with that.
No, Chrome Samurai gets back to her about her stuff.
Oh, okay.
The company that does the action figures sends out a starter and some pages from a comic book that are how they're going to draw you guys. So that all comes in within a week. Does he? Nope. So it's pretty quiet. It's kind of what you guys want, whatever you guys want to do for that week.
Okay. I'm going to make some artistic edits to the comic book. I'm going to have, like, whatever they have come in for, like, my face. I'm going to make the jaw just a little more square, the nose a little smaller. It's like, hey, I mean, my nose really isn't that big. I understand that, it's, and I like, it's all those like really like asinine detailed notes.
Roll your arts.
Oh, I don't have it.
Roll it anyway.
I'm not saying it's going to be good.
Right.
I'm just saying this is what I'm doing.
Right.
0.
Oh, okay.
No, where I kind of went, huh, is literally both went almost 1, something else. So I almost double botched.
Okay. Send them a bunch of notes, a bunch of red lines and things like that. Send it back to them.
I
Not
don't
messing
care.
with it. Send it back off. Yeah, it's all stuff like you scratch through and add bigger chin, smaller nose, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
it's all like my face. That's the things I was focusing on. Or it's like during this scene, I wasn't wearing a the Zeus Mark II suit. I was wearing the 2.35.
So they send you guys. It's basically a rough storyline of your your eruption, and they're going to have some other little stuff. They're just going to populate for storyline. Nothing major. What else are they going to do? Action figures. Your other sets of clothes arrive. It's either duplicates or some other suggestions that they come up with. They just send them out.
I have not sent a single piece of clothing back.
Okay. So go ahead and put in your character's resources, Utopia, 1 dot. So it's not a lot right now, but it's something they're moving to. And that way it doesn't exponentially add on to your resources. It's all smaller things. It's kind of a pain about keeping it all separate, but
No, it makes
That's
sense.
what note sections are for.
Right. What else? Your car arrives, the Jeep, stripped down. Nothing fancy to it. There's no computer in it or anything like that.
Oh, no. That's fine. That's perfect.
It is not electronically shielded for his powers, but
Okay.
everything's set up for you because I
That's
figure
fine.
he'll
Right,
fly,
it's-
I guess.
Well, also, it's like the very nature of a car, because it's a giant metal cage, it's already mostly electrically shielded
Yeah.
because...
And it's grounded. It's
Right.
sitting on 4 rubber tires.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I can fry it,
Right.
but I'd have to try.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to sneeze and like a tiny lightning bolt comes out and like all of a sudden the car's fucked.
Yeah.
But
So the electronics that are in it are not shielded properly.
Yeah.
So
like I could EMP and
Considering
knock out our car.
a YJ is running on one computer that
Right.
is sitting in the engine compartment, like ready to be hit by all the mud and water that flies through there when you drive through shit. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
all right. Anything else you guys want to do? Contact your Marcus Finch or anything like that? He's been very quiet lately since you've met up with Utopia.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to reach out to him. I would say one of the big things I do is, because there's very much like her apartment and then my apartment, I would definitely be setting up my apartment, getting like little things posted here and there, and like moving my stuff in and setting it. Like it would be very, it'd be oddly meticulous.
Okay.
And so and honestly, I probably because if it was like a week since, a week since the bank robbing incident.
Yes.
Yeah, probably still would have done a few days in France, and if we probably only been here for maybe 2, maybe 3 days.
I was planning on going to Switzerland, hanging out,
That's
seeing
right.
some shows, and before heading back to Vegas.
Right. So then I would totally be.
You guys can still be in Europe for all that matters.
No, I'll be in Vegas.
I say we can. A week later, we meet up back up in Vegas.
Yeah, and we probably been here for like a day or two, and so it's still very
Yeah.
much the unpacking and the setting up.
Let's
Right.
make it a couple weeks then, since you want to do a bunch of traveling. Let's say 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Been
passes.
back on the stateside for about a week and getting stuff ready and
Yeah. So
enjoying Vegas buffets.
And I mean, like even when you move, I mean, like you gotta set up electric, gas, make sure that's all good. Yeah.
So the company doing the comic book and the character send you back another set of corrected versions, and they look strange to you. It's like you don't know if they overcompensated or they just did what you asked, but it looks a little more off. It looks more off now than it did before.
I like it.
Okay.
Good. They clearly listened to what I
Right.
said.
And did you do it to the action figure too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All of it.
All right. They send you back another one. You look at it and you go, what the hell?
She's actually got some arts and some,
Right.
like,
His chin looks a little bit more like American Dad chin, but not quite as pronounced. Send it back off in the weeks. Again, the manager is very quiet about this. You don't hear anything from your family. They're very quiet too.
I did. Samurai was going to set up trust funding for them, essentially. Not.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Has that all happened? Yes, that's all happened.
Okay. That's fine.
So in the 3 weeks, we'll just go ahead and say your cipher's up to 3 now. That
Okay.
also solves all that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you guys wanted to do in the 3 weeks besides setting up? It's pretty easy to set up. I think your apartment has fire suppression systems built in automatically, so if anything goes crazy, it'll go off. Yours is separated. Yours is shielded electronically from other places, so if you don't cause a power surge, the whole building doesn't go out. Because these are big buildings you guys are in.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. We wanted penthouse.
We took the top floor of somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it kind of just depends on, is it a Connor day or is it a
Right.
Zeus day? What he sets up and what he goes through, and which is why it takes like twice as long.
Right.
And she has very few things to unpack. Like, she's very much a non-clutter
Right.
anywhere in the house kind of person. Everything's neatly put away. Like, her one exception is like band posters all over the walls,
Okay.
but that's literally her only exception.
Okay.
So
You had them put in, and then when you came back a couple weeks later, they're all in frames, like nice frames,
I'm okay with this.
and put up like all around the place. So that's probably your only thing you have really decorating.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys share a
A common room.
Yeah, we have a common area.
Yeah.
common room and also a common patio? Like there's a pool outside.
Yeah.
Of that all, so you can look out over Las Vegas. It's pretty swank. All right. So, anything else you guys want to do in the meantime?
I didn't have any specific plans,
Nothing.
no.
Yeah,
Doesn't
no,
bother you.
I would say to wherever you jump to, if it's during the day, Zeus in Zeus form is, sunning himself on the patio by the pool.
Okay.
Let's see, where are we? This is like a month later, and it was early. Oh, what time of year was it?
It was August when we
I'd say
started.
it was
So
I'd say it
September,
was
so
early
late
fall.
September?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
so
about
yeah,
this time.
ish.
Yeah, he'd totally, because he's used to New York temperatures, and now he's in the desert.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, he'd totally still be sunning himself by a pool.
Right. At least during the daytime.
Yeah.
There's very little communication between Utopia and you guys. Not much has been going on that front. I think they send you the clothing, your pictures from your shoot and everything like that. In is doing a little bit of a broadcast on your Paris thing. So go ahead and roll your. We're gonna roll. Style or biz, whichever is higher.
Style.
Also style.
Oh, style, okay.
And
I have biz now. That was one of the 1 points I bought.
And also, if you have your mega appearance,
I do.
you may either reduce the difficulty, which is going to be 1 anyway.
I would say so. I might as well just roll the extra.
Right. 4.
Three.
Did any of your mega dice roll a 10?
I didn't distinguish here. Hang on.
No,
I forgot.
because those explode.
Right. I did roll 2 10s, and they will say no.
No.
No, I didn't. I rolled low on that, so it's
How many mega dice do you have in it?
just one. But I these were the attribute dice, but I didn't distinguish which one was the mega attribute.
Oh, so
So they
you
were both from the attribute pool as opposed to the skill, but I didn't distinguish which ones
Okay.
were the mega. I got to keep out other dice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because it can explode. And just
Right.
keep rolling and rolling, and it gives
Right.
you another 3 successes, another 3 successes, so you go crazy. All right. So how many do you have?
3.
3. You had 4.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good response. The one report they put out seems to be floating to the top of the news feed every once in a while. Did they say anything about the weapons? Nothing said about the weapons at all. They were going in to steal a lot of money, and let's say one of the people inside was pretty prominent, and so they keep floating to the top of the news feed, and when they do, the incident gets brought up. So you guys are trending, basically.
This is new and kind of fun.
Yeah,
just to watch myself.
So you're
on
seeing
TV.
yourself on the in charts, and it's a rating system, and you guys are slowly tracking up at the bottom, from the bottom up. All right. Let's say morning, evening. You guys get a call on your screen TV, and it's Utopia. The symbol comes up, and a chime or tone plays for it. And you guys, I guess, are in the same room together, or
Yeah, or I go knock on the glass and summon you in from the patio. Either way.
Yeah, if it's evening, I probably would have moved to my apartment.
okay.
But yeah, when you like knock on the door, or like I'd imagine the chime even goes into there.
Right.
So I come out of my apartment and I'm wearing a like a blue robe with a yellow lightning bolt on it, and literally like Jersey style across the shoulders it says Zeus.
We have a phone call.
So when you guys get one of these calls, chimes go out through all the rooms, and there is a subtle like LED light that slowly pulses toward the main area.
You'll be taking the call here.
Yeah, LEDs advanced faster in this reality.
Well, even in 2008, there were LEDs and they were everywhere.
Yeah. So
I had LED like rope lights in my room because I was a badass like that.
Yeah, they hadn't started making the viable light bulbs yet, but that's about all that they hadn't done yet.
So again, in this future, they do have them because
Yeah.
of the manufacturing jumps. And the screen pops on when you guys both get in front, and it's Hector Ramirez, and he says, "Good evening. How are you all? How are you both doing tonight?"
Pretty good. How's it going?
Oh, it's going well. Are you guys ready for another mission?
Sure.
Okay. We have
Just pick up like a bowl of nuts and start like chewing one.
we have a lead that there might be some trouble caused at the Manchester LGBT parade in the next couple days. And we were wondering if you guys wanted to do security, Nova security, so for it.
Manchester, New York, Manchester, England.
England.
Okay. Then sure.
Okay. What's come across on the OpNet has been some threats, just in general, to LGBT people. And we have a feeling that a Nova by the name of Judgment from the Middle East is a little fanatical, I should say, and he is traveling to the area. We don't know where he's coming in or how he's getting there, but he has left the area where he normally sits.
Right.
And before, he hasn't really been a whole lot of a threat, but now that he's mobilized, we're concerned that he could hurt a lot of people.
Now, will we be taking part in the parade, marching with everyone?
He kind of looks at both of you. If you want to be in the parade, I guess you can. If you think that will help you find this person, it's up to you. Will they be having a float? No, we do not have a float going in there. There may be a stray Nova or two, but nothing official.
No Utopia sanction.
No.
Participation.
No.
Zeus just kind of sits back and just goes, "Going to need a rainbow cape."
He says, I think we could do that. I think we could have that there for you when you arrive. We're not sure about this Nova's powers, but we think it might be viral. Like he may have some sort of disease-giving power, but we're not certain how it works or how potent it is. So,
That sounds terrifying.
right. And the only thing we know of is that his eruption is around the death of his tribe getting some sort of Ebola or something, and he survived. The rest did not. And so we don't know if that was from him or if it was because of that he transformed. We don't know. But either way, he's making his way there, we think, because he has left his area in the Middle East.
So, based on that, so he won't necessarily have to be anywhere prominent to...
We don't know.
Be able to spread that?
We don't know if it's by touch or if he can do a mass effect area. But some threats were made on the OpNet to several people in a group chat that we're talking about organizing and doing things. And so there's been some trolling going on, and we think it's more serious than what others know. So he comes from a very fundamentalist background, and that's not a good combination.
Okay. Zeus just continues to nod, like,
And his picture comes up, and he just looks like an ordinary Middle Eastern person, dark hair, dark eyes, lightish skin. So he says, other than that, this is all we know.
Okay.
And we can send this image to your phones if you need to.
Yeah, that was my next. So we have a reference.
Bing, bing.
So it's just like, it's like, he's like, so it's trying to, so when will we be leaving? Because it just has, you said that it's going to be the next couple of days. I mean, like, from where we are.
Right, it's Wednesday, so it would be Sunday, their time. A couple days away.
Right, which means like if this is Wednesday evening, it's already Thursday morning.
Right.
So we need to get on a
Right,
plane.
we need to get on a plane, like now.
Yeah.
Like when we hang up. Yeah.
Anything else you guys need?
Will we have any kind of access to the, I don't know, the Manchester police? Do they know we're coming? Will they be willing to work with us? And
yes, we've let them. Well, we will let them know because we didn't want to tell them ahead of time. But we'll send your Nova files and let the parade organizers know, and let the police and local government know you're going to be on there, so they will cooperate with anything you need.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll help.
You know, I totally, and yes, and let them know that it's like I will be marching as an ally. That's what that's what they use, right? That's their word, ally.
Yes, he says that's their common parlance for that.
Excellent.
We might be able to have a. Are you going to fly, or do you want a vehicle?
Well, I will march among the people.
Sounds good. Is there anything else you guys require for this? I won't be in the area,
We
but
need some really good walking shoes.
he's like, "Are you sure you're not going to fly?"
I mean, I might, but I would really need those good walking shoes.
Okay. We could send a specific suit if you would like.
Yeah, and he just goes over, just like one of like he brings up like one of like the newer suits they have recently printed out. He's like, yeah, so we could just make sure that we get a little bit more arch support in the boot and the rainbow cape along this one. This could be easily my. Okay. It's one that's already got like a lot of yellow on it.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. He says. He's typing.
He's like, yeah, because he's already like he's got this inside. He's already like going through like public relations.
Yep. He says, "Okay, I've just confirmed your flight is out tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. and we'll have a place set up in downtown Manchester for you to stay while you're there."
Okay.
Excellent.
With rooftop access.
Of course.
Anything else? All right. Well, good luck. Keep me informed of what's going on. If you need anything, contact us and then contact the local authorities.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Boop. Turns back to the Utopia sign, which turns, then it goes out. All right.
Zeus gets up, does like one of those big fake stretches and goes, well, I need to go pack. And starts to walk towards his apartment. And when he gets into there, immediately powers down into Connor, immediately goes to his office that he has set up.
Okay.
He's going to get on the computer. He's going to do as much research as he can on this guy that we'll be looking at, as well as finding plans for the parade route, and just start putting that all together.
Okay. The parade route's just generalized verbal, like, we'll be going from this street to this street. That's it.
Yeah.
There is not a lot more you can find on the net than what is provided to you. Like I said, they don't know a lot about him in general. So it's a lot of empty spaces. He never signed up with Utopia, never went to a Rashad facility or anything like that.
Has Aberrant ever reached out to him?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll your backing, if you have backing Aberrant.
I don't have backing Aberrant.
Okay.
It's just one of those, like, I'm, for lack of a better term, a registered member. It was one of those, like, if there were, like, forums or blocks that I knew the Aberrant people went and spoke on.
Use your computer.
I have that. I got one. I haven't rolled yet, but I have 1 point in it. But I also have... so this is one thing I was looking at. So I was noticing is, like, while computer is specifically hacking, investigation is still research.
Right.
So...
Perception. And before you roll, do you want to do this communication in this facility that is all Utopia kind of purchased?
Yes, because, like I was talking about with that VPN,
Right.
I bought that myself.
Okay. All right. Then this is part of contacting them. One success to contact somebody or to get a message to them, and the rest of the successes will be for Cypher, basically.
Okay.
We'll add your Cypher in.
Okay. I got 2 successes on computer.
Okay. So you sent off an email to someone you know, and the other one is to send it through your VPN, which cancels some of that out.
Okay.
And how many Cypher? You have 3 Cypher, right?
3.
Okay.
And that's, like, straight up, like, I am whoever I say I am.
Okay.
You know, so it's like I've got probably like an Aberrant setup name that I go through and talk with that, and it's
Probably. What would it be, Z?
no.
Roll your intelligence.
Well, this would be
Or,
this is Connor, not
Jupiter.
Well, I was gonna say is like this is it would be something it would, like whether or not it would be something for Connor because I'm doing this as Connor, not as Zeus.
Right. Who would think of this up?
Connor, 100%.
Okay. So is that wits or would that be intelligence? Survival. That's not even under the stuff.
Here's the thing. All of my mental stats are 2.
Okay.
And if it is not investigation, awareness, computer, or biz, the roll is 2.
Okay. Yeah. Roll 2 dice. We'll see how labyrinth your. Oh, that's good.
Yep, I got 1 success and a botch.
Okay.
But-
so it does. So what do you want your alter ego for Aberrant to be called? Your code name.
Oh God, it can't be that elaborate. But it would be. This would be a little ego centric. So probably like Fallen Star.
Okay. Go ahead and write that down somewhere.
Yeah,
Just to be safe.
Aberrant form name Fallen Star.
All right. So you send an email off. I guess you'll have to wait to hear back. It'll go to some inbox that gets checked. All right.
And I also want to say, like, I'm well aware that as a player, Utopia is very much probably capable of busting through what I did.
Right.
That choice to do that is the fact that Connor's that level of full of himself.
It's fine. That's fine.
So I'm just saying, if you need to screw with me because I made a poor choice,
No, the
I know
Cypher's,
it's
the
okay.
Cypher's doing all that too because they know your affiliation and are using that too.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. Nighttime, wake up in the morning, unless there's anything else you want to do.
No.
It's a nice, beautiful morning. Sun comes in. Your all glass windows. You guys wake up.
Wakes up, throws some clothes in a backpack, heads downstairs, ready to go.
Yep. You do get an email back from someone, and it says no affiliation with us.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's it. Like, they don't, nothing else.
Yeah,
None of their information known.
I run a purge script in terms of like burying and just the equivalent of setting it on fire.
Okay.
For a for getting rid of that.
Okay.
Not one I made, totally one I bought. Like, this will make sure that no one can get it. Like, he's like, yeah, that's smart. I should do that. You know, instead of writing his own. He's not that good with computers.
That's fine. There is a car that picks you guys up, puts all your stuff in, and takes off. It is not a limo. It's just like a Cadillac. Nice big vehicle. You guys get there in time, unload. Flight and everything seems real smooth. Roll your style, both of you.
Whew. Got one.
One.
On those dice I rolled, 4 of them were 6s.
Ooh.
I was like, did I get all 6s? I was going to be impressed, but at the same point in time.
Apparently, I did not actually roll my mega attribute die last time. I keep misreading it because the star's in the first dot,
Right.
as a separate thing,
Yeah.
but it's not.
It's
that.
just to signify that you had,
Yep.
because that was a problem we had when we played a long time ago, is people were forgetting they had mega attributes. So
6.
6. It's going to be painful. You get one fan that comes up to you and wants an autograph. She gets 6 that surround her and are oohing and eyeing and everything.
Here's the thing. It's travel. So I'm actually Connor. Connor's going to deny, like, you don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who I'm her PA.
With a roll of 1, it probably looks like Connor is his agent or something like that. Like, he's got a piece of Zeus something on him.
Yeah. Well, no, I like the bags all still have the Zeus. Like, if I'm carrying my bags right now, they all have like the Zeus logos.
I was going to say, it's got to be something crazy.
Yeah.
It's all shiny blue with a lightning bolt on it.
Yeah.
So someone recognizes you and comes up and corners you and starts asking about stuff. And most of the time you're dormed up, right?
Not when I'm traveling.
Okay.
It's when I'm making like official appearances.
Okay. So you see her get 6 people around you. Zeus inside somewhere sheds a tiny tear. Connor doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, no, like very much Zeus in the back. Like, see, if I was walking around right now, we could totally be drawing a much larger crowd. And it's like, I don't fucking care.
And Bethany is struggling to invent a Firefly signature, like
She's
on the fly. She got 2 points in style to make it look all right, but this is definitely something she'd never thought about before.
nice.
Yeah, it's like, how much do I need to lie to make this guy like, yeah, she's totally the superhero. I'm bag boy, man.
Right. They're asking all sorts of questions, like, and they're asking, the one person's asking you for Zeus is asking, like, what's your favorite candy? What's your ice cream? What's your favorite food? All this stuff. Favorite brand of clothing. That, I mean, it just keeps going on and on as you guys are walking to the gate.
Like, Connor's active, like, rude to this guy. Like, dude, find someone worthwhile.
Yeah. And I don't know if they're going to include this in the next edition, but 9/11 didn't happen because of all the stuff. So you guys walk straight up to the gate, and the people are following you the whole time.
All the way up to the, yeah. Yep, okay.
They take your things and
It'd be a little crazy
check
if they
them.
did predict this and get that in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'd be answering some questions.
There's some other crazy shit that happened, but not that.
Yeah.
And you guys get on. Plane takes off on time. Smooth ride. You're not really bothered the whole time out. Are they first class seats? No. You guys are like coach right now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, when Zeus realizes that we're not sitting in first class, he just shuts up. Except for he goes, if you traveled as me, they'd know to put us in first class.
Right.
This is only like the third time in her life she's been on an airplane. So, I mean, maybe by now the fifth, but still, she's like, whatever, flying's cool.
All right. I don't know how long the flight is. A couple hours.
It's about, I think it's about 8 hours. I know it was 8 hours from JFK to Milan. So it's probably about 8 hours from
9 or 10.
Yeah, it'd be a little
Las
bit more
Vegas
than that. Yeah, from Vegas to London or Manchester or whatever.
Okay, not bad. You guys arrive ahead of when you left?
Yeah, it's 14. Well, yeah, it would be very.
Or is it forward?
They are 6 hours ahead of. Well, okay, so Dublin is 6 hours ahead of St. Louis.
Okay.
We are an hour ahead of Vegas.
Right.
And I believe London
every time
might
it
be
jumps.
at most 1 more hour ahead
Right.
of them. So there would be a 8-hour time difference.
Plus the 10-hour travel time.
Right. So
It's almost a full day.
18 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
18 hours ahead of where we left.
Okay. So you guys arrive in the future. Land in
Why didn't they warn us?
Where it's night again.
and it matches night again.
It's 18 hours, so it'd be 11 p.m.
Weather's decent.
I said it'd be early morning. Yeah.
So it's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys arrive. There is another car waiting for you with a small sign.
Good thing we have this mega stamina so we don't get jet lagged.
I know, right?
Roll your style again when you arrive in the airport.
Yeah, because this time he would have gone to the bathroom to change over into Zeus because now people are expecting him. And it's just been in that whole flight this whole time. It's like, all right, fine.
Right.
And it shows. Holy It's yeah, that's 3.
Okay.
5.
5. You guys are greeted once you come out and you guys start walking to the airport. People start showing up again. Talking about the bank robbery more than anything else.
No, yeah, we're closer to that.
Right.
Geographically.
You guys get to the car. Bags are put in. You guys are taken off. Taken downtown to the Hotel Gotham, let's say, which is actually in Manchester. I guess I should click on that to see how posh that place is. And it's not bad. It's kind of gothic.
That sounds
It's
awesome.
a 5-star hotel. So yeah, you guys are put up. It's not huge by any means, but it is pretty swank.
So with actual superheroes out now, is Batman still a thing?
There's probably a separation in, they call it like the old age comics where it was all fake stuff, and then it's now the Nova Age. Yeah, this place is pretty nice. It's not super tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 stories.
Well, I mean, like in the UK, you don't really have skyscrapers like we know them.
Yeah. Rooms are pretty nice. Very artsy. And you both have your separate rooms. So you got like 2 days before the parade happens, and in the room you find your costume, your look, and information packet from the parade people on the actual details of where the parade is going down, where the judge booth is, where they judge all the stuff.
I would be interested in any pre-parade events.
Okay. There's lots of those. Like,
Yeah.
the whole week has been nothing but stuff.
And I would say whichever ones seem to be the more high profile, each night Zeus is going to go to 1 to 2 of those. And on the first night, he's going to be showing up in what they're familiar with, which is that, pearl white the gold
Nice.
threads.
Go ahead and roll your style.
1, 2, 3.
3. First place you get to, pretty nice. The reception's a little muted from what you expect, and since your time in Club Twist, all clubs seem just a little less than what you've anticipate.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm wearing a recycled suit.
Right. So it's very tame. It's very mundane. If you have any mega perception, everything is it's not quite the way it should be, but it's nice.
Yeah. What's important is making the appearance and making my presence known. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. So it's nice. People come up, shake your hand, talk to you about the Paris thing. Yeah, that's about it. Do another roll for the second place you go to.
Still style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to, or are you hanging out?
I'd probably tag along. I don't know that there's anything else I would think of to be doing in.
Okay. You can also roll your style then.
5.
5 for the
Holy
second
shit.
place. So this is the first place. Her roll.
2 for
2.
the first
I
place.
really wish I had a mega appearance because I rolled 2 10s in that one.
Yep. First place just doesn't seem like it's an older crowd maybe that's not as hip or into it. Go ahead and roll again for the second one.
But yeah, that first one, we showed up around 9, 10 o'clock at
Right.
night. This one is when the real party is midnight.
2 again.
2, and you got 8
No. I got okay.
for the
so
second one.
yeah, I got no. There are no megas,
Okay,
and I got 5.
5. The second one's happening. They pull you guys up onto a stage. A drag queen goes crazy talking about everything. It's a guys. They're both guys clubs, so that's probably why yours are not
Yeah.
as nice as they should be or receptive. So their reaction on top is an 8 for this club. So they are apparently someone got some promo material to them real quick, and they sent out some social media buzz, and so people were gathering while you guys were at the other club.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice.
And it's all of those official company ads that run during Pride. That's the rhetoric that is just coming out of Zeus at all times.
Okay.
How believable is it? That'd be a perform, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's actually really believable. He got 3 successes.
There you go.
So he actually believes it.
I'm turning around and going, I didn't know you cared.
This is a side I haven't seen before.
Right? Wouldn't have suspected.
Very personable. All right. So this goes on for a couple hours. Eventually, you guys close down or get close to closing down the bar with them. Lots of autographs are signed. And they give you guys T-shirts. They start selling T-shirts for the club, which you guys are signing and that sort of thing. So it's pretty nice. They give you guys a small cut. It's not a lot of money, but
He
seem very
when the
appreciative.
first T-shirt gets handed to him, he full on in front of everyone takes off his suit, off his vest, off his shirt, off the undershirt, and puts that suit one on. And he intentionally gets one a size too small.
that's fine. They go crazy. It's understandable. So the sales are okay. They're not great, but you guys don't get a lot of money from it.
Immediately, he just sends it right to the parade.
Okay. Lots of pictures taken, which will probably go up on a wall somewhere, and not sure where. Eventually, the club closes down. Perception rolls, awareness, I'm sorry.
I've got points in this. It's the one mental skill he's got points in. Because one wants to know who's looking at him. The other one wants to know who's watching him.
I did
5.
not botch. I got 2.
2. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing crazy, nothing creepy. You didn't see the guy. So, pretty uneventful. You guys have the car. Car is waiting outside, picks you guys back up, takes you back to the hotel.
Yes, the vest and the because it's 3-piece suit. So the vest and the shirt are like folded over my arm, but I put the coat back on. So it's the tight, tiny T-shirt and the coat, well, the all white, just the gold thread. It's super cute.
All right. So it's the next morning is Saturday when they have a lot of activity going on in a park nearby. If you guys want to go to that, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to.
Yeah, and for
A lot
that
of music, a lot of barbecue, food, and things like that.
You said music and food. I'm
Yep.
in.
one, yeah, you said public appearance.
Yep. Yep.
We don't discuss reasons, but we're both like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. No, it's not even like, yeah, let's go. It's like, so we want to show up about this time, right?
Yeah.
Right. Car comes, picks you guys up again, takes you to the parade, to the park.
I have them not pull all the way up to the park, but
Okay.
like 2 blocks away. And
Okay.
from there, I'm going to fly us in.
Okay.
And at the very least, Zeus is going to be in. So the guy on this poster where it's got like he's doing the thunder.
Yeah.
For those of us you can't see what I'm pointing at, who's like one of those original like OG members. He's got a mock suit kind of like his.
Okay.
But it's all replaced with like the Zeus logo, and where it was green, now it's blue. And so that's what he wears to this rally. And
This guy here?
yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And, because like I said,
when you say suit, every time you say suit, I assume it's like a business suit. So we need to come up with something that separates that out.
costume and suit.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. So he's wearing this costume, and this is where like he and it's very much like someone's giving a speech, and like he kind of holds back and waits for them to stop talking, and that's when he descends like down front. Like he doesn't land on the stage, but he lands in the front row.
Okay. Before as you guys are getting out of the car,
And
the
applauds.
driver gives you a map of the park, and he says your booth is here. They just put a booth in this morning for you guys.
Cool.
Okay.
And he says, "Have fun." And he tells, "Send me a message when you want to get picked up, and we'll come by and get you."
Thank you, sir.
And he takes off.
While he goes flying towards the stage, I'm going to head towards the booth.
Okay.
I was going to take you, but yeah, if you're not going to
Yeah, it's fine.
come with, okay.
Are you lit up the whole time, or do you power on once you get there?
I'm
Because we got to figure out a way for you guys for him to carry you if you're going to do that.
right.
on fire.
Presume for the most part that I am not on fire because I don't want to be on fire and lighting other things on fire. So basically costumed but not lit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, so even when you go, so immolate is not the same thing as going dormant or powering up. Immolate is a full-on ability. So
Right.
yeah. So because like there's like because going dormant, like there's ways to basically like your physical appearance does change a little bit. But what I was reading through, it was a lot of like there are ways to like basically like radar, like, oh look,
Right.
here's an aberrant, and when you go dormant, it suppresses that. So like if somebody like tried to like if another person was trying to read minds and like, oh, he's an aberrant, like
Right.
when you go dormant, they wouldn't be able to do that. So there's that difference. And then she actually does have the immolate thing, which is her full on fire.
Right.
So
Yeah. So
Yeah,
she's got a
it-
Johnny Storm sort of thing going on where he walks around in the suit a lot of times. So
yeah,
Yeah.
the costume, the one-piece costumes.
the onesie.
Yep. All right. So where do you guys fly in? You're gonna drop her off, or
Well, yeah,
as you guys
so-
are approaching in,
Yeah. So
this place is packed. Lots of people everywhere.
yeah, I'd probably drop her off at like a gate if she didn't want to fly all the way to the
Yeah,
the
that's
stage
fine.
with me.
I'll go set up the booth while you go
Okay.
make
yeah,
an appearance.
it's full on like I said. I find a stage where anyone is speaking.
Okay.
As soon as they finish talking, that's when I land, and I'm landing doing the loud clap with my hands. Just
All right. You catch an act that has just ended, and there's a drag queen doing a bit in between, and when she kind of finishes a joke, that's when you land.
and again, it's this the overly loud. I'm trying not to do
Yeah.
it like into the mic. Just the
Yeah. Roll your style.
three.
The crowd starts to go nuts. Your drag queen reacts the opposite of what you would expect. She's all of a sudden very snarky and kind of not attacking, but you're stealing her thunder, basically, and she's not.
I am the
happy about
thunder.
it. So she makes some crazy offhanded jokes about Nova's upstaging her. Or it's slightly awkward, but the crowd is not paying
Honey,
attention to her.
It is not possible for me to upstage you.
She's still not reacting well, so you don't know if there's something else going on.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care.
So do your performance. Do your perform. Because at this point, you get the feeling like if you keep interacting with her, it's going to go south. 1. Oof. Turns to the crowd, starts talking to them, addressing them, and
That's
their
all I say.
enthusiasm.
That is the one thing I say. And that at which point in time, I'm just into watching the show.
Okay.
Because I'm not trying to disrupt anything,
Right.
but I need to make my presence known.
Right. It's hard not to.
Not just
make your
because of the job.
presence known. Right. And you get to the booth, and it is both of your faces are on it. There's a young girl there that's rapidly opening up boxes with T-shirts, things like that. And she stops. Oh, I didn't know you guys were coming over here. We didn't have you guys scheduled until later to do some signing if you wanted. You don't have to. And she's very nervous.
And I'm sitting there going, no, it's cool. I'm just hanging out. Well, show me what you're doing.
Okay. She starts going through the whole thing, and she's very happy and bubbly and
I'm just like,
right.
put me behind a counter and I'm comfortable. Like,
We just got these made. It was last minute, and
just
we hope it
hanging
looks
out,
okay.
having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people start stopping by.
Also, I probably on the way to that booth found a food stand and
Right. You run.
like I walk up like eating a rack of ribs. Like,
It wasn't on the way. You went
wait,
through the
no,
food
I-
area, and
Yes.
you come out with
It
a
was
little-
on her way.
Right. Yep. So when you show up, the girl's got some water and stuff in a cooler and asks if you need anything. She runs off and does it immediately and comes back with results. So
yeah, I don't really need anything. I'm just hanging out. Like,
okay. They've got a 2 chairs there for you guys. She's got lots of pens to sign things with if you need to. Yeah.
yeah, spend some time there. If like frequently head back over to the food area, do some wandering around too.
Okay. It's kind of quiet starting off.
Yeah, we get there pretty early, so
So it depends on what you guys want to do. Mingle. It's up to you.
I'm basically mingling. Like
Okay.
yeah.
Make your perception rolls.
Okay. Yeah, because I would totally be mingling until like when it came time for like the signing. One thing 100% would do. When the first shirt I sign when I got back there, it's going to be to my queen from your runner up, and I make sure it goes to that drag queen.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm specifically looking around the crowd to see if I recognize, like, I'm just looking out for this guy. So, and I say that because I have a specialty about
3.
seeing things. So
Okay.
that gives me the extra die for looking around. And
Okay.
didn't really help, but I got one.
1.
I'm distracted by food and
Yeah.
fun things. And
Yeah. Lots of music and everything's going on. Neither one of you see anyone that fits his description or the picture you saw or anything.
or even looks like
remotely.
sulky.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like at the same point in time, it's while we're keeping the eye out. We also like from our intel, it was like it wasn't expected until the actual parade.
Right.
Right. And it's he's not the kind of guy who sounds like he'd be the one to go mingling in a crowd of people that he detests.
Right.
So
Lots of happy, smiling faces, that sort of thing. It's pretty upbeat. No incidents happen in the first half of the morning. Noon is when you guys are expected to come back, and they're going to start the signing about 1 to 3 or something like that.
Okay.
Something small. All right. So go ahead and roll your style again and give yourself 1 extra success.
for having a
One
PR
auto.
booth
Yeah.
set up.
And for showing up in the staging area and all that stuff, walking through, because you're in your full gear.
7.
7.
Six.
6. You guys get swamped. You guys, a flood of people come over, and it's 3 hours if you want to stop, if you want to keep going with your endurance, you can go until people just go away.
As long as, I will occasionally have people like, hey, would you get me something back from the beans over there? Were delicious.
The girl is doing all that. She's running back and
Zeus
forth.
is eating this up. He's just
And otherwise,
he's signing everything and everyone.
Okay.
And she's happy to sit there and, this is new and exciting. Like, she's happy to sit there and sign anything anybody wants to hand to her.
And people are thanking you for showing up and showing your support and everything. And they're giving you, ally stickers and buttons and things like that. It's just, there's a lot of love.
And I'm start pinning things to my, the lapels of my coat.
Right, and that's what he was saying. He's going to, start putting them, on his suit. And it's like...
And when word gets out that you are wanting food... people just start bringing stuff over.
That's amazing, and I appreciate it even more.
So from Utopia, they're not charging for the shirts or anything. These are free, where all the other booths are selling stuff and some weird looks from other people, but they're people that are waiting in line are also getting things from them too. So.
You know what? I would say about an hour into the signing with this many people, I'm going to set up a donation jar for the parade.
There you go. The girl comes back with a giant cherry jar that got washed out and dried out, and she brings it over and sets it down.
Yeah,
nice.
And writes with it on a thing for the parade donations. Go ahead and roll your style, both of you style, and see who gets the most. Actually, this should probably be a rapport.
I have that.
I also have that.
Then go ahead and
but
roll
I don't
that.
have a mega attribute in that.
I don't have a mega attribute in that either. I botched.
Oh. I did not. I got 3 successes.
Okay. So that cancels out his botch. Every time he says something like, give us money.
Just like,
she
for the charity, for the community.
It's going to the parade. So it smoothed it out. You guys make a good pile of money for them.
And 100% of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, goes to the parade.
So 3 hours go by. It's still just as many people waiting. So it depends on how many more hours you guys want to do this. It won't run out for another 3 hours.
I'm willing to sit here until it kicks out. But
no. You now have to physically remove Zeus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 or 7 o'clock, the whole thing starts to thin out once the sun is starting to set. The food is going on still. The music is getting a little more mellow. And I guess people are going home for the parade in the morning.
Makes sense.
They will close down at 9, so you guys have 3 hours of not really many people popping by or anything like that anymore.
Yeah, once there's not a line or anything like that, because Zeus will stay there until he has signed. They've either run out of shirts.
It's getting close. Yeah.
And even then, he would write free autograph or just whatever. Just bring me something, I'll sign it.
Okay.
And once that's out, then he will get up and start walking around and mingling again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my plan too. Yeah, as long as nobody's crowding around me for an autograph, I'll go mingle with the crowd.
No, it doesn't seem like people are waving you guys, saying hi when you're walking around. At this point, it's a lot of people picnicking and listening to music and that sort of stuff. And so 9 o'clock comes and they announce that the festivities are over for the night. Go out to your bars if you want to go out to your bars, and we'll see you at the parade at noon the next day, tomorrow. People are clapping. That drag queen eyes you. You just catch her, and she gives you this weird, not disgusted, but
I don't even make eye contact. I stare through the bitch.
She keeps, every time I've rolled for her, she has rolled a 4.
I stare through her.
Okay.
Because she's not worth it.
Right. And you don't know what the beef is, but
it doesn't matter.
If you have a gay nemesis, she would be it. A nemesis,
Nemesis, whatever.
Yep.
It's one of those just
come up with a name for her.
Because here's the thing, nothing goes through the gay community like drama.
Oh yeah,
which is why I totally played that up.
So is it trending? Roll your biz.
I got that. You're telling me to roll these things I just bought. Hey, I got a 2.
It's not quite trending.
Literally 6, 7, 8.
on the twatter or whatever it is called in this universe, but it's getting out there. Like there's videos of you like walking and smiling and finger gunning people, and then the camera zips over to her and she's just like glaring at you from a corner. And you had not recognized these moments because it's apparently she's been following you around or like keeping her a distant from you, but making dirty looks. So people are loving it. They're eating it up.
I totally respond from like my like I'm probably not verified on Twitter or whatever it is, but it's like from like my official like Zeus account. It's just
what's your biz rating?
Only a 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not yet.
Yeah, but he just totally responds.
But her twatter is going crazy.
Yeah.
You're like I should get an account.
Yeah, on several of these things, I just reply just like, yeah.
Do you get snarky back with her, or do you keep it kind of cool?
I want to keep it cool because of what it is, but the same like things just like I didn't realize I struck such a fan.
What's your etiquette?
Oh, I don't have that yet.
Oh, roll it.
I only have to do my charisma, which I still got 2.
There you go.
Max that shit.
So it's not quite trolling, but you are egging. You're getting under her skin, and people are loving it.
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
Right. So, God, is there a drag queen name generator out there?
There has to be.
There should be. Oh, drag queen name, space, and generator is like the first one. Oh my goodness. Rum and Monkey is the name of the company that does this, so I'll give them a little bit of a bump.
Rum and Monkey?
Yeah. Oh, is it a whole... Oh, come on. God, there's a lot of pop-ups in this. Which generation does she belong to? Generation X. Fuck it. What does she do? Works in office. Why has it got to be a fucking questionnaire? Come on.
Jesus. Can we
What's your
just
deepest
call
desire?
her Calypso?
In or out. Understanding other people? No. Personal growth. It's a little... Come on, how many more of these are there?
I like how we give this group a shout out. And we're like, God damn it.
I know. I should have looked first.
I want to hit a button and just have all these pop up. You do it for D&D trolls. Why can't you do it for drag queens?
How do you work it out?
Actually, I wonder. Because there is a...
Oh my God.
There's a website called Fancy Name Generator that I use.
What animal does she want to be? A dog, wolf, tiger, lion, gazelle, horse, owl, falcon, or a dolphin?
Dolphin.
Do you have a bucket list? How many more questions is this? Let me know. Do you have a bucket list? No. She's living one day at a time. Rachel Tension. Or Rochelle Tension.
She's a Rochelle.
Let me write that down. So it fits, actually, funny enough, because she's got all this stuff going on. Rochelle Tension. So her whole persona is about causing tension between groups and people and things. So it perfectly works out.
She's a real life troll.
She's a real life troll. All right.
I'm just not smart enough to realize what's going on.
Yep.
Right.
And so you're responding as you guys are in your car heading back.
I'm laughing at it. I'm loving it.
Right. Mm-hmm. She is not. It doesn't seem like she is.
Because like I'm responding with things going LOL, and people were like, "Wow, how is that so funny?" It's like lots of love.
Right.
So on the way back, since neither of us really actually need to sleep, do we want to go back to the hotel and then more quietly head out, scout out the parade route tonight, see where everything's getting set up, check for surveillance where this guy might end up being.
That really applies to that really appeals to Connor, but does not appeal to Zeus at all, who is very much already planning on showering and going out in a new costume. So 100%, high is going to be Zeus is going to go party again, and low is going to be Connor being like, yes, let's go do this. Connor's going to go do this. And so with that, when we get back,
Like, you hesitate for an inordinately long time, and I'm like, and then you're just like, yes.
what's really funny is you see, like, his whole body just stops. And then you see that recognizable switch and the power down, and it's just kind of like, we should do that.
That would be why I suggested it. All right.
Yeah, so we get back, and
Are you going incognito, or are you guys?
oh, it's Connor. He's 100% going incognito.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be flashy about this.
Okay.
He's putting on like a black hoodie, some gray gym pants, tennis shoes. Like, again, it's all that comfort functional clothing, but just like the complete nondescript guy.
Yeah. Taking off the costume, putting on blue jeans and a Slayer t-shirt, and
Okay. Yeah. You guys have the info from the parade route, or the parade people. So I don't even know how many blocks the parades in other countries run. But I'm going to say it runs about 12 blocks.
Okay.
Sound reasonable?
Yeah, I was going to say like 5K? Like
Yeah.
5 kilometers? It's like 2.5 miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
most people aren't walking that distance, or if they are, they're doing it slowly, so it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
They are setting up. It's pretty easy to find because they're already setting up barriers and stuff the night before. There are some vendors, I'd say, that have set up some, not vans, but
Tent booth things.
Yeah.
Stalls that aren't permanent and also are not currently open.
Right.
Yeah.
And bathrooms are being put out, that sort of thing. What else?
Well, I mean, there's like if you think about like the larger parades, there's like, oh, the monster tent, like everyone can get into
Right.
that. They're probably setting that stuff up.
Yeah, and this goes to the heart of Gay Town, or whatever it be called there. Lots of bars. There's people are packed in them, even though the parade's in the morning.
Right.
What else? They're setting up lots of every block. There's like a medical tent or some sort of small water station
Yeah.
stand. It's probably more like medical one, water the next, that sort of thing, alternating. Yeah. As you walk, no one recognizes you guys as you're walking around, so that's pretty easy.
Yeah, dorm down and dress down and
Okay. Perception rolls.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is where Connor's going to focus on is based off of the parade route that was given to them and like his like cross check of the map of the city he'd done before, wherever would have been deemed like a choke point or like a major hub where they're like, because like many parades, like stop here,
Right.
do a wave. Those are the areas that he would want to focus on looking
There's
at.
one main area that's a choke point. It's in front of the stage and the announcing booth, where each one of the floats or groups comes by and stops and gets judged. They do their dance and everything. So, 3,
This is perception awareness, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I rolled that correctly.
4.
4.
Oh, wait, 5. Sorry. That 7 looked like a 1. It is 5.
This is right in the heart of the Gay Town. I want to say there's several bars still operating right now.
Oh, yeah, it's only like 10.
Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just now getting started.
Yeah. So there are. They're not funded by each one of these, but we'll say that.
In the back of Zeus, the reason why Connor's distracted is in the back of his head, Zeus is just going,
We
hurry up, we can go make another appearance.
Right. All right.
The Fiend could be at that bar. You better investigate.
Right. And also, Zeus is itching to be out in front again.
Oh, yeah, always.
It's doesn't tear him up, but he's constantly groaning like like a puppy that wants to go outside when it sees another dog and just I just want to go. All
Yeah,
right.
and just like what's keeping him at bay is the comments from Connor. It's like, you were out all day. This is my turn. You were out all day yesterday. I just want a few quick hours.
All right.
You're going to be out all day tomorrow too. So it's a distracted look that just Connor always has on his face. You kind of like look at him every now and then like, is he actually paying attention? Don't step on that. No, he's paying attention.
All right, Chester. Oops. Parade route.
That's why his mental attributes aren't so great, because he's constantly fighting. He only has half of a brain he gets to use at any given time.
Stage. All right. So here's a map of it. Of the center part. It's kind of right in the middle.
Okay.
The stage is set up already. It's, I'd say, about 4 or 5 feet off the ground. It's got some seating behind it and a table in front with, looks like some microphones are set up with the loudspeakers. The two buildings that are marked on there are the two clubs that are still open. They seem to be rivals of each other. The streets are already getting barricades on the sidewalks and things like that. So lots of balconies in this area, so people can sit out and kind of watch everything probably.
This has a very Soulard feel to it.
Very Soulard, very green. Yeah, lots of rainbow flags everywhere. All the windows seem to have them on some form of memorabilia or flag. I can't think of anything else to say about that.
Pennant?
Pennants, yeah. Painted. Some of the spokes on some of the balconies are painted rainbow colors. So, yeah, lots of people everywhere, though. This place is
Bunting.
still, yeah. And it looks like, with your perception rolls that you made, you're seeing some old beads in some of the trees for the years past. So you think there's probably going to be some bead throwing and all that stuff going on. Just happens. But you don't see anything out of the ordinary? You don't see anything
On the little... So Connor's going to make himself a little map about where everything goes.
Okay.
And on there, he's going to mark where all the water stations are.
Okay.
Because if this guy's a plague, an easy way of transporting that stuff
Yeah.
would be via the water supply.
So let me see the map real quick. I'll put a water and
Because that is the paranoid shit that Connor would think about.
I would say there is a water station here.
I lied. She's not wearing a Slayer t-shirt. She's wearing an Anthrax t-shirt.
Oh, shit. All right.
She's getting thematic with that shit.
All right. So the water station is kind of at the top, at the front of the parade when it comes in, and the Red Cross symbol on the other one is the other side.
Okay, so this is just for this map.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like wherever like the 12 blocks are, because we'll go and we'll
Yeah.
walk that. That's not a problem. You know, he just marks.
Yeah, they give you a map, and the map they give you does not have any of that. So it's easy to mark them off where they're at. I can't think of anything else. You guys, anything else you're looking for?
I mean, like, we examined the choke point. He's found the water. I don't think either of them either brain would think to go much beyond that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, aside from getting an idea of Parade Road and seeing if he's suspiciously
Right.
standing around also doing the same
Right.
thing, I don't think she would have she'd have any other, like, I don't know what we're looking for, you know?
How about your investigation?
I have some of that.
I have that.
I think I have one in that.
I have one in that. I just bought one in that. Yeah.
No, she has none in that.
That didn't land in. There we go.
There's
Cool.
no, like logistics or anything like that. So
Yeah. 2.
2.
No, wait, no. Where'd those dice go? Those weren't the ones. Okay.
She did not botch.
Okay. it dawns on you where you're going to be stationed tomorrow while he's in the parade. Are you going to be, since you can't fly, are you going to be set up here at the choke point, kind of keep an eye on things? Or are you going to be walking in the crowd next to him the whole time?
Yeah, I'd want to stay mobile because we have no idea where this guy might end up. So I would want to, kind of be like just in the crowd around, maybe throwing out beads, something that gives her an excuse to keep an eye on what's going on and also keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say Zeus, where he plans on marching in, is in the middle, literally. So, like, if there is shit, he can fly to the front or fly to the back really quick.
Okay. All right. You guys can't really come up with anything else. Mm-hmm. Time to go back. You guys head back. Next morning, you guys get up. There's a lot of stuff on the radio and everything about the parade, and it's on the news. And you guys are featured on the news, local news, that you showed up and you're going to be in the parade tomorrow and all that stuff. So they're expecting a big turnout.
And this is the day of the parade.
Yes, this is the day of the parade.
So
they wanted you guys to be there around 11 to check in and get in
early,
line. And
Zeus is there at 10:30 because he is a punctual professional.
Okay. You guys show up and a lady comes over and takes your information and just gives you some directions. You'll be behind this group and you'll be in front of this group, and that's about it. Yeah. Take it easy, have some fun.
And the suit he's wearing is like this yellow and orange and goldenrod. It doesn't actually look that great, but then when you have like the cape, the rainbow cape draped over it, it actually kind of like looks like it's got this little bit of lighting now coming from behind it. So, which is why he was like, we can sacrifice that one.
Yeah, she just put on her coat with all of the fun new badges and stickers she got from
nice
hours and hours of that, like all down the lapel, like all over the hem of it, just like just decorated.
All right.
Yeah, this probably would have been one of the suits that they thought that might have complemented with something that she was going to go for, but then it ended up not. So he was like, well, I can't give this costume away. What can I do?
It was once mine. Nobody else can have it.
Yes. What do you mean once? It is mine.
The microphone could not catch the eye roll, but
just the intense stare. Yes.
All right. Everything's going smooth. You guys make your perception rolls.
Awareness?
Yes.
Okay. I keep forgetting that in this system, perception is the attribute.
Right.
And that it's got the sub stuff.
3.
2.
Nothing is catching on either one of your radars.
Zeus is being his flashy self. It's just so like while he's sitting there. Well, wait, the parade hasn't started yet.
No.
Okay, so yeah, he's like finding like every camera and like either being like in the background, just like just like strutting his stuff, looking around at anyone who wants to talk to him and put him on camera.
TV comes up.
Oh yeah,
Nova TV comes up and starts talking to you guys about the parade and everything like that. So
I talk about the importance of being an ally and showing your solidarity with those who live different lives than you, because it's all for the greater peace. And
I do a lot of nodding and like throw in my own. Yeah, I'm happy to be here at a certain point.
roll your perform.
I got 3 again.
Nice.
3 8s.
Goes very well. Lots of sound bites pulled from this.
I don't make an ass of myself. Straight charisma roll. No successes, but no failure.
Zeus knows when to perform.
Yep.
I should almost get a specialty in camera.
You could do
Media.
that. Yeah. Gives you an extra die.
Yeah.
Just
so everything goes well. They're on you guys for a while. Are they going to stick with you? No. They're going to do this piece and they're going to pop out and worry about airing it, editing it, and things like that. So
Okay.
all right, time comes. The parade starts up. It takes a little bit to get moving because everybody in front of you's got to get going, and you guys are kind of smack in the middle.
That
of
was the
whole
plan.
thing. So
yeah.
I guess style while you guys are doing this, or rapport if you're going to whip up the crowds any. Style is just to look pretty and shiny and showy. And
Yeah, I'm gonna look pretty shiny and showy because
are you
my
gonna,
rapport isn't nearly as great as my style.
is Beth going to emulate while she's walking down the parade, or no? You're on the sidelines, right? Walking through the crowd.
No, she'd be in the middle,
Okay.
but keeping an eye, like looking around. She's letting him be the most flashy,
Okay.
but
Five successes. Yeah. So you're not in the middle, but you're maybe off shaking hands or something like that.
right. She got 2 successes. She's not trying to hide, but she's also again letting most of the focus be on him so that she can keep an eye on what's going on around.
All right. Make your perception rolls. I'd say it takes about 2 hours to get through the whole thing. I'll say 3. This is the first hour of everything. Three.
Also 3.
Okay. Lots of people having fun. Nothing's really showing up. Whenever there's windows, people are hanging out windows. And as you're moving into it, it's getting more and more crowded. You think that the crowd started gathering at the center and then bled out. So,
I would say that one thing back of head Connor would be screaming at Zeus to do is every time we walk past one of where the water station is to poignantly look
okay.
at that. So, and like at the same point in time, Zeus is like, saw it. Hey, everyone.
Right. Right. But you're
Look, it's there.
people are just passing out water bottles. They're all sealed. So after the first couple, it doesn't seem like it. He would have to do something else to them to get them tainted or whatever he's going to do. All right.
It's probably the counter argument that Zeus is like, they're handing out sealed bottles. Like,
Right.
calm your tits.
Right. All right. This second hour, this is where you're moving into the middle. Let's go ahead and do your style or rapport. Rapport, if you want to whip up the crowd anymore. Style is going to be just for looks, just for show.
Yeah, I will try to whip up the crowd. 1.
You start getting people excited and cheering. Yeah, they're going crazy at this point. And now the style roll.
Four.
2.
Okay. Pretty good. You guys are moving in, and now we're going to do the awareness roll. As you're getting up to the point where it's stopping and the judges are looking and making comments and taking photos and
2.
3.
3. You think you spot the gentleman walking in the opposite direction you guys are going. Like he's walking towards you as you're walking toward him. He's off on the side, and he's not making much eye contact with people. He just seems to be kind of moving through the crowd. What do you guys want to do?
Zeus doesn't see him?
That
Okay.
was my next question. If he doesn't see them, I'm
You're
gonna
off on the side shaking hands, and you just kind of peek up, and through a hole you think you see him go by, and then
right.
he's in the crowd.
And we're about halfway through the route. You said.
You are right in front of the stage area, wherever the
Right.
map is.
Okay.
So
And
the
you're-
main event.
And you're
So
paused.
on the thoroughfare. And
I can mark kind of where he's at. All right.
Nirma.
that was I'm reaching for the piece of paper noise.
What's hysterical is Kaylee makes those exact noises, so that was 100% Kaylee's trying something, but not really. And I just look up and it's like, there's Mary just like scooting the paper. Like not even leaned forward, just
Say, Firefly's over here. All right, so that's kind of where you're at. You're up next to the stage, and you
Okay.
kind of see him across, not across the street, but down the way. a
Down the
little bit.
way. And he's coming up
Correct.
against the flow of the parade itself.
He's Jay.
Yeah, judgment.
Right. Okay. So is he walking towards the stage?
Yes.
Okay.
And when she sees him, she doesn't know if he's been walking the whole time, or if he just came out of the club. Not certain.
And I'm gonna step back and quietly try to let him know what's going on. That I've at least seen him. If I can point him out subtly, do that.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that I know I'm in front of the stage, full on, I'm doing the Jesus Rise,
Right.
shooting lightning.
That's what I figured.
I'm gonna try to create a rainbow with like the light, like from the lightning, like because different wavelengths and stuff.
You have weather manipulation, don't you?
I have
Is it?
it's element manipulation, and I do have an ability called Storm, but that's more of like not really like rain or anything like that. But it does create a lightning storm, and it does create sensory effects.
If you want, is there an extra for that to do a different
No,
element?
honestly, it just straight up just says element.
Pick
Like,
one.
well, the thing is, like when I was reading through it, I don't think it actually said specifically you pick just one, but it did suggest going thematic.
Right.
So it's one of those like, hey, rule wise, and that's what I was kind of thinking. It's like, could I do
Elemental
different
mastery.
color lightnings?
94. Let's look it up real quick just to see, because that
Yeah.
would be interesting if you could.
Because like I'm not because I was like straight up thinking like, oh, like I could do like a white lightning, a blue lightning, a yellow lightning, and an orange lightning, because I've seen all those in real life.
Right. Nova can create, alter, control various substances or phenomena. It's similar to elemental anima, but it transcends it. Elemental mastery allows you to actually create that element or phenomena. It's greatly expanding range of elemental abilities like elemental list of techniques. Characters may attempt to use. Techniques should be appropriate to the element being generated. Fire or earth powers may provide imprison, but it's unlikely the light powers would. Characters may choose from techniques listed here or make up their own. Well, shit. I think you got to keep it to.
Yeah, it would still be lightning. Like I'm not gonna like try to like. So that's what I was saying. Like with a rainbow, it's like because like lightning comes in different colors based off of like atmospheric discharge and how powerful it is. I was gonna basically shoot a few of those arcs.
Yeah. So do a. Oh shit! What's it called?
Elemental mastery.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why am I not seeing that?
So that would be the quantum power. Do I want to roll that with, like, in addition to my style, or in place of the style, or would it just be like the quantum, which would be the
Jeez.
normal stuff for it is usually wits and elemental mastery in order to cast it. Just do something like that, just a base roll.
Yeah. Lethal blast, propel, shield. What the hell shield? Is it just basic?
Yeah, it just,
Yeah.
and I can choose if it damages somebody or doesn't. And obviously this is non-damaging stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah, I'd say dexterity and elemental manipulation, because it's going to be kind of like shield, where you're creating a ball or a version of it.
Yeah. Okay.
You can just shoot it in the air if you want.
Yeah. I got 4.
That's enough to do it.
And yeah, I'll spend the shield cast.
So you send up a huge ball of rotating rainbow colors as it leaves your hands and just goes up into the air.
And I'm kind of glancing up at that and going, nah, I'm not going to be able to get his attention. Cool, keeping an eye on that guy.
So go ahead and roll your style too while this is happening.
Okay.
It's all playing off of that. Mary, go ahead and make another perception roll.
Mm-hmm.
Two. Yeah, looks pretty good. No logo or anything, but when it goes up, it goes in the right order, color-wise for the rainbow flag, and people freak out.
2.
Mm-hmm. You're able to kind of keep a beat on him. He continues to walk, and it looks like he's heading toward the stage. And he's not knocking people out of the way or anything. He's just walking pretty calm. At this point, what happens? What's going on? Both of you make a awareness roll.
One.
2.
You've got a vantage point on higher ground. He's got the higher ground.
So you guys are doing your thing. You're looking back and forth. You keep an eye on the guy, and all of a sudden, the crowd reacts before you do, and they all turn and look down. Where's the map at? Map. They all look down from the way that you came from. And when you look down, there is a figure standing there. The figure is about 50 foot tall. And...
About 50... Holy shit.
Yeah. And it is holding...
It's a big boy.
A flaming sword in the air. So that goes about about another 20 feet.
Jesus.
And this thing looks like an angel. It's very smooth face. The robes are no wrinkles in them whatsoever. And it's looking up at the sword. And people are gasping, and some people are crying out. And this thing is standing in the middle of the street behind one of the music floats, I guess.
Is he basically where the last place I saw that guy?
It's down here.
Uh-huh. And
you
no,
guys
he's over there.
Yeah. So it's a little ways away.
And now I'm looking back and forth going, that guy's over there and the other guy's still over there?
Yeah.
How is the other guy reacting? Is the guy I'm having an eye on? What's he doing?
All right. I'll make another perception awareness roll for that.
Because that looks like a big distraction.
Right.
I'm distracted.
You were a distraction and you are distraction. Like, you're just, distraction is you. 2.
2. You look back and you spot him. He's not looking up at it, even though he's walking toward it.
He's walking toward the giant angel?
He's still walking in the same direction. It's just that
He's here walking toward the stage, and the giant angel is down there.
Oh,
he basically
okay.
hasn't changed his
So the
course
giant
or his
angel is
path
behind
or,
us.
Right.
Yes. And
right.
he's more focused on the stage. It looks like he might be going to get up on it or something.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
so-
as I'm standing, I'm still in his direct path, so I'm going to hold my ground for a minute and see what happens.
Okay.
I see the fiery angel, and I wonder, what is an angel to a god?
Yeah.
And I immediately, I'm going to hurl a bolt at it and yell at it to, stand down, leave these people alone.
Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. It's 190 meters away. Wait. Feet. Sorry.
190 feet? Yeah, it's in range.
Okay. All right.
I gotta look up my bolt cost. Or not bolt cost, bolt dice pool, because I don't have that written down. Because I just reference out of this. Whoop. Elemental anima. Here we go. Sweet. Mastery. So it's 4. Awesome. I need 3 more. Here we go. 1, 6.
Okay.
2 hit.
Okay. It hits. There's no dodge. Actually, is there? No, it's not dodging.
Okay. So then... So it takes, just off the bat, 10.
Okay.
And then... Do I add any dice to my attack? Or to my damage?
Yes. Everything over 1 gets added in, I believe.
Oh, so it's 5 more dice. Shit. That's an additional 7. So that's 17 lethal.
Okay.
Energy, if it matters, because that is the real thing that actually does matter in this.
Okay. Yes. All right. It's a lightning bolt, and it seems to electrify this thing. It doesn't show any signs of pain or anything like that, but it is burning good portions of it.
Okay, he doesn't see, but it doesn't seem to like swell him in growth or anything like that. Excellent.
No, it kind of burns a hole into it, but it doesn't look like there's any blood or organs or anything inside. It's almost like it's a statue that's alive in a weird way. I don't know.
Okay.
So
That's kind of awesome. It would be incredibly terrifying if I was actually there.
let me see how fast is that. Does 16 meters. Just doing some number crunching here. I forget the number, and I gotta look back. Okay. And so, Mary, you're kind of keeping an eye on the guy.
Yeah, I've planted myself between him and the stage, and I'm keeping my eyes on him, and
Okay.
with the occasional glance over okay, he looks like he's got this for now.
All right. And at that point, you guys begin to hear booming going on, not in this block, but the block over. It sounds like there are multiple explosions happening,
Jesus.
and people start screaming. And it happens fast. It's not just in one area, too. All right. So all these circles that are on the back side are these booms or claps of thunder. All happens at once, but you can tell that it's in a wave that's moving.
Okay.
And so people start pouring. It's happening so fast that people don't know what to think. They all kind of turn around, and you can sense that people are going to start running in just a moment.
Okay.
All right, so top of the next turn. I guess we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, because we haven't done that yet.
Sort of everybody's free turn to do stuff. And that's wits and dexterity.
I
There's
thought
a
it was
box for
just
it.
a die roll, and you add your
Initiative score. It's calculated out.
yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So, what did you guys get?
I got a 15.
I got a 14.
All right. I need to start writing Firefly down. All right. All right, Zeus, what do you want to do? You hear these booms about the same time. It happens almost as you strike the angel with the energy bolt that the boom started back then. And without any mega perception, you can't tell if it's because of what you did or if it just happened simultaneously. You're not certain.
Yeah, nothing's ever Zeus's fault. So, yeah, but with the giant mega death angel still in front, he would fly closer to it.
Okay. Put yourself on the map. And each square is 3 meters.
It's 3?
Yep.
Okay.
Roughly.
Okay. So doing about half my move to get to that spot. Basically, it's like I just moved to the behind in front of the float. So it's kind of like, so I just moved from basically from this side of the float to that side of the float.
Okay.
And I'm going to launch another bolt at this guy.
Okay.
So is that hole that I made still there?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to hit next to it and
Okay.
just kind of like start chopping this dude in half.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's going to take more successes in order to do, but yeah, that's going to become the goal.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
So again, an auto 10.
All right. So just one hits. You just got one hit to hit, so nothing rolls over.
Okay.
It dodges, and it dodges super fast. Is that right? Oh, no, you got no successes. I'm sorry, it has a mega die, which got a success, which is 2 successes. So it sidesteps you with the sword still up. This thing almost looks like a Statue of Liberty at this point, but it's all white and kind of glowing. Okay. But it just barely sidesteps, like the whole right up to the side. Singes some clothing, it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, if I don't hit, then I don't hit.
Let me see the map real quick.
I was going to say, did he just dodge into a building?
Just did like a sidestep.
Okay.
Put its weight on one foot and just dodged out of the way. Let's see. All right. So, Judgment has been moving forward, getting closer.
Okay. Is he still just walking head down?
He's looking at the stage now, and let's And as he's looking at the stage and all the booming and everything's going on, he looks over at you and kind of makes eye contact.
I mean, I've been staring at him the whole time, so it's
Right.
not like I can pretend that I haven't. Like,
With everybody else looking everywhere, you're
Right.
the only two looking at each other all of a sudden.
so I don't try to pretend that I wasn't.
All right. And the booming continues down the other alleyway or the other street. And this is also shattering windows. Car alarms are going off. All right. So the whole area around has just been filled with these booms. Shattering glass, people starting to scream now. And as they all start to run, they're stopping. And so the entire crowd fills into the middle part, pretty much.
Okay.
Loud booming voice from the angel. Something in Arabic you're not certain of. And it brings the sword down and points at the crowd, not at either one of you. And light erupts from the end of the sword onto some people, and it just moves the sword across through the crowd. People are shrieking and burning as this light energy is coming out. It looks like the sun has opened up from the sword and is irradiating and also burning people at the same time. So it is some sort of solar energy that is being poured out that is not being filtered through this Earth's atmosphere. It's a lot of damage. So I think the strafing is an automatic 10 dice as well. It's something crazy. Where is it at? Ranged spray.
Yeah,
Plus
strafing
10
is
to the
plus
accuracy.
10 to your standard attack roll. Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
What you have a difficulty penalty of 1 for each meter in the area of effect covered beyond the
Right.
first. So the farther away it is, the harder it is to hit, but you have more dice to try to hit it.
Yeah. 5. And then 2 megas. All right. And again, this does not seem to be going out to you guys.
Right, we're not the targets. It's
Correct.
the crowd itself.
And you said how many? What is the fall off on that? Every meter?
For every, yeah, it's a plus 1 difficulty for every meter beyond the first.
Okay. So it's using its mega dice, to reduce that off. So the first 3 meters are just full impact, and this is right in the thick of the crowd. And is it everything just gets divided up with people?
Right. Every hit you just divide the damage.
Is it a 1 damage roll?
Successes are divided up just as in strafing. No, successes on attack roll are divided up and applied to the damage effect. And then it says see the strafing rules. So
Damn it.
that's not what I was looking at. I was looking at the part that I use for my power. It's on one of these sheets.
This is just a list of aberrations.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
think
over
one
here.
of the big
Ranged
ones.
combat maneuvers. It's this one.
And there's a backside to that as well.
It's here we go. Strafing. 10 dice. Divide any successes gained on the attack roll evenly among all targets in the covered area. Successes assigned to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't
The
know
attacker
what it
then
is.
assigns any leftover successes as you desire, and then
Okay.
yeah, that's all it really says.
Okay.
So I guess how many people does he hit? Because that's how many
Successes
people get.
assigned to-
Because you have to divide it between all of them.
Successes assigned to hit an individual are added to that target's damage effect as well.
So it's a static damage roll, it sounds like. And it just gets
That's what
applied
it
to
sounds
everybody.
like.
Each
Yeah.
individuals.
Oh, if only one target is within the range, only half the successes affect him. So you can never do full damage to one target with a strafe.
Oh.
That actually makes a lot of sense. We'll have to remember that.
What was that again?
If there's only one target within the range of the area of effect, only half of the successes affect him. So
okay, that's fine.
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
yeah.
3, 6.
And dodge rolls are at +1 difficulty against.
All right. Phew. It's going to be crazy damage, too. "16 people are incinerated as it sweeps through the crowd. It does 6 automatic damage. This is a quantum bolt. And you just see them, they start to melt, and then they just crisp up and turn into ash. And this freaks the crowd out because they don't know which way to run. All right, that's everybody. Yes. As Judgment is looking at you, he gets a weird smile on his face, but that's about it. And he just stands there.
So he doesn't approach any further?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Mary, Firefly.
I go walking towards him.
Okay. This is...
I say he's not too far away from me.
No. All right.
I don't have the map, though, so...
All right. Make sure what I'm doing. Does he?
I need to see combat maneuvers.
All right. I'm going to roll this real quick just to see where we're at. Multiple actions, yes. All right. Do you have adaptability, Mary?
I do not.
Okay. Then you need to roll. This is going to be resistance.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Is it just a straight resistance roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use your mega dice, your mega resistance, or your mega stamina. So if you want, you will need several successes. So if you want to reduce the number of successes, the difficulty, you can do that.
Okay. Is that straight by the dots, or do I have to roll, get successes on the mega dice, and then use those to reduce the difficulty?
It's either one or the other. You can roll your basic set first, and then if you want to reduce the number of successes you need, it never reduces the number. I was making a mistake on that. It just, if you need 3 or 4 successes,
Right, it reduces the difficulty.
And you need 7. I'll just let you know.
Okay. Have another different die. Okay, and then So, if I reduce the difficulty, I don't roll the extra dice. I just
takes off.
Okay, well then we'll do that because I've got 3 points of mega stamina, so I only need 4 successes then.
Okay. But like I said, you can roll your basic first,
Right, and that's
decide
and
if you
then
wanna
decide
roll.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. I got. Oh, no, that wouldn't apply. So I got 3 successes.
Okay.
So I missed it by 1.
Okay. As you're standing there, you start to see. Make a perception roll, awareness roll. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Three.
3. Out of all these people that are panicked and kind of moving around, you see several people that are close to him. They turn white almost, like they're instantly sick with something, and you're not sure what.
Okay.
It's not even like one person coughs maybe, and the other person just starts sweating profusely.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's happening away from him. It's not happening like right next to him. It's happening maybe a couple meters away.
Okay.
You're seeing, you just like in your see several people all at the same time like react.
We're in the middle of a crowd, aren't
Yeah.
we? Like a thickly pressed crowd. Okay.
And people still seem to be pushing towards
Trying
the
to
center
push
of the
in.
street.
All right. Is the stage full of people?
They are moving off the stage. A lot of people are jumping down and getting away because of the explosions that have happened all around them.
Okay. Well, I'm still headed straight for him, and I'm going to try to grab him if he doesn't move out of my way.
Okay. You're able to grab them.
Okay.
It's a short distance between you
Right.
guys,
That's
just a couple
like
meters.
it's a couple steps forward, and I want to grab him by the collar.
Okay.
And, well, I don't. That's probably a turn.
Let's make sure. What is your mega dexterity?
My mega dex is 2.
Okay. You guys are evenly matched then.
Wouldn't that technically be a clinch, like to grab him?
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm. That's what I was trying to reach
I was
for.
just
All
reading all
martial
those
arts. Accuracy is normal. Difficulty is normal. Strength plus 2 damage.
Maybe a clincher.
I wish they had the numbers on all those. Close combat maneuver. Clinch. Successful attack roll.
Well,
Attack goes into clinch with the target.
okay. Well, that's not a thing I actually know how to do. Looking at my character sheet. So, hang on.
I mean, like anybody can do a clinch. It's
Right.
just
No, I know. It's I don't necessarily want to hold him. What I want to do is throw him up on the stage. But I don't know if I can.
I think that would be a clinch first, and then instead of doing damage and the subsequent turns, there would be some sort of
Might,
strength
which would
roll
be
to-
lifting.
Yeah, you'd have to throw him with that.
Right. I've got a dot and might. That's
So what's your strength plus 2?
strength plus 2 is 5.
And your might is...
Another 1. Yeah.
That could do it.
Okay. Well, I'll try. I've never tried before, and I want to get him out of the crowd and up to where I can light myself on fire and not be burning other people.
Okay. So it's a resisted to escape a clinch, make a resisted brawl or martial arts.
Well, I got to roll to get him into
Right.
it first, so
it's good that you have these rules because guess what I'm doing on my turn, but to the big guy.
yeah. All right. So I have to try to hit him and grab him,
Okay.
and then so I have to. Okay. First attack, and then
Oh, yes.
yeah. See, that doesn't. Because that's really more squeezing. But okay, we'll do it for just the hit to get a hold on him.
Okay.
All right, this may not work because I don't have any, but I can spend a willpower and get an automatic success. Is that a thing?
Correct.
I'll do that.
I believe so. I better check.
I
I
think,
think it,
so.
it translates in all their games, but I don't recall willpower
Right.
using 145.
And the actual hit roll is to hit is always
Free success. You may spend a willpower point on a free success. Resistant instinctual response. What else?
melee.
That's okay.
Brawl or martial
Resist taint.
arts. Okay, and we're doing this with martial arts. Not that's a skill that I have, but that's dex based, so that'll be easier.
Okay.
Because this is just to hit him, and then throwing him is strength based. All right. So willpower plus dex plus.
You can also spend to max a quantum power, enabling the noble to enhance the effects of the power. See page 147 for more details. And also to resist mental powers.
I'll be back in just 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, everything I drank is catching up with me.
That doesn't apply. And I have the dex quality of being fast, but I guess that doesn't.
You guys cancel each other out. Because there's a
right,
strength
but-
roll to clinch.
But I have to hit him first
That's
before. But it's no. You can use martial arts, which would be a
Oh,
dex
there you
roll,
go. There you go.
and that's
Then
what I'm
yes.
going to do.
Okay. Do you have martial arts?
No, but I'm pretending because my dex is better than my strength. And if you can pick the abilities, I figure you can pick the
Might
attribute.
as well. Might as well.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? So,
There's some rule probably saying that if you don't have it, it's
right, you can't
-2
default or something, or I don't
Yeah.
know. It's fine. I've never tried to get into a fist fight with anybody
Right.
before, so.
We'll figure that. I'll read up on that later, so we're not going to worry.
Okay. So your mega dice explode?
Yes.
Or-
So if you roll a 10,
I did.
you get to roll it again. If it's another 10, it's another 3 successes.
And
if
that's
it's another
only
10,
okay, and
it's
that's
another-
only on the mega die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd roll a separate die just to keep
That's
track.
yeah. No, but it is another success.
That's what you get. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a total of 5 successes.
Okay.
To hit him.
Let's see if he can resist this grab.
Oh, six successes because of the willpower.
Oh, there you go. 2. And this is where he rolled 2 successes and has 3 mega dice. So if he reduced it, it wouldn't matter. So he's going to go ahead and roll them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many did you get? 6?
Yeah.
You guys both equally. You reach for him and he pulls back at the last second.
Okay. Yeah, it cancels out because there's nothing left over. Okay.
Yeah, because you guys are both, even
Right.
out.
I was like, but ties go to the. No, wait, that doesn't work when you're counting successes
Yeah.
against successes. Okay.
So, and it's fast too. Like you reached for him with your mega dexterity and he pulls back just as fast.
No, wait a second.
Or maybe you grab onto him and his strength rips it out of your hands. So you're standing there with some cloth,
double checking something.
a button.
Not that. Because I finally realized that there are qualities that go along with attributes that have 4 dots in them.
Yes.
And so would you say, if I took the fast quality for dexterity, that would let my other 10s get rerolled as well for my regular attribute?
The fast quality.
It's just a quality. Like, anytime being faster than the other guy would matter to a dex roll. Would you let that apply to this if I'm trying to grab him?
And you wanted to what? with
That would
this?
let I would be able to reroll the 10s exactly like if it was a mega attribute, but only when that quality comes into play. And I got 2 10s on my regular dex roll as well.
Yeah, you could do this, but since he's using strength to jerk out of however you grab him, he's got 3 mega dice in strength. So you're coming away with something, but it's not him. So like a piece of the fabric that his shirt is, because he's using brawl to get away. So he just yanks his arm away when you grab onto him. So I don't know how this would work with one-upping him.
Well, this would just add to the roll that I just did. This is still just the attack roll.
I'm
just saying I nor would have been able to re-roll the 10s on my regular attribute if you allowed that fast to qualify.
Because the escape would be after the clinch has been made.
Wait,
right.
So you're wanting to re-roll your mega dice?
No. So you can take any attribute you have 4 dots in, you
Right.
get an automatic qualifier for. And anytime if you want a page number,
Is it
it's
automatic?
yes.
you have to buy
Whenever
them.
it's automatic.
should be
You
under
may
it.
select, it's on page 134. You may select a quality for each of your character's attributes rated 4 or higher.
Okay.
And you said he's using the brawl to escape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first is the attack roll, because if she misses, there's nothing for him to escape. Then after that, that's when you get into the opposed roll on his turn, where he can then try to escape.
Okay. In game turns, you roll any 10s.
Double checking that's not listed on a purchase, because you have to buy specialties, but I think it sounds like the qualities are automatic whenever you have 4 dots in an attribute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is gain an additional rolls. Oh.
So
you just
basically, whenever that quality applies, your regular attribute die work like mega attribute die.
Oh.
In that sense.
Yeah.
And I rolled 2 10s, so that's all I'm asking is if I could roll those
That's
extra.
where it explodes. Oh, shit. So I probably need to back that for the rest of this session. We'll keep the mega dice like that. But since the qualities are built in, then we will default to the qualities exploding. Because I thought they just eliminated exploding dice. So, yes, go ahead and roll your basic attributes again.
It was just 2 more for and I got 1 more success. So
Okay.
I would have ended up with 7 total successes.
Okay, he's not 4. So you do grab onto him.
Okay.
And,
And then next turn, I'll try to throw him, and then it
Okay.
may or may not work based on him trying to get out of it.
Right. Okay. So you do grab onto his arm.
Okay.
And he pulls, but you have a good hold on him.
Okay.
So it pulls you in closer.
That's fine. I
Okay.
was trying to close the distance anyway. This
Okay.
may not be smart, but that's where I was going. So
All right. Zeus, it is your turn.
Okay. So completely unaware of the small scale battle
Right.
that's going on.
The tug of war.
Yeah.
People are screaming
Relatively
all around.
unaware of the details of the large scale battle happening.
Zeus, seeing this being now actually move
Right.
and attack people other than him, he is again going to move a little bit closer.
Okay.
When I get the map of it, and he is going to roll an attempt to imprison, and I'm spending the extra
Okay.
point to make it damaging,
Okay.
which basically just means this now functions like a clinch.
Okay.
But I use my to make the attack and damage is all based off of my elemental power as opposed to my strength.
Okay.
So
It is going to try and dodge again.
okay, so my to hit is 7.
Okay. Three, four, 5, 6, 7. It rolled a 10 and a 9 on its mega dice. And since we're still keeping that, he's going to re-roll his 10.
Yeah, and I got nothing. So if he's got the 7, then he gets out. because
Again,
I
it
get a
does
0.
that. It moves super fast. Something this big should not be moving this fast, but it steps back, and your lightning arcs up into a bell and then collapses back down because it doesn't have anybody. Okay.
Zeus is
And
getting more and more.
This time
angry.
it looks at you. All of a sudden. All right.
Zeus just screams, like, "Attack me, you coward!"
All right. This is just a straight up. Oh no, it's gonna swipe through. It's gonna go through as many people as it can. So that's 7. 2 megas. All right. So it's doing 1 success on 4 people this time. It's not hitting as many. So were you dodging at all? Did you split up your dice pools or anything like that?
No, I've been going full out trying to hit it. So if it's
Okay. 3, 6.
and so it's like if I'm in range for it to hit me, then
Okay.
that happens. If not, so like, Mary, if you could hit me, that I'm gonna
Yeah.
because I did move forward a little bit, so I can give Kirk an idea about how close I am now. So I'd be... I'd be 12 meters away
Okay.
at this point.
All right. It does 6 automatic damage, so that takes away from any soak right off the bat, and does an additional 4, so 10 total.
To me?
Yeah, to everybody.
Oh, to everybody. Okay.
And it is a blinding beam of light.
So I guess this is my question. Is this physical or is this...
It is it's light. It's radiation.
Radiation. Okay, so that's energy. So... And this is lethal or bashing?
It's lethal.
Okay.
The other 3 people that it hit incinerate.
You said does 6?
6 automatic.
6 automatic. So...
An additional 4.
Yeah, so it's got 1 on the lethal and then an additional 4, so that's 5. Okay. So then here comes my
10
absorption.
10 altogether.
I absorb 2 of that,
Okay.
which gives me a bonus into my strength,
Okay.
but the other 3 get through.
Okay. And that's with your soak and everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's energy based and I didn't have my shield up. So
Okay.
what happens is it's just whatever I'm currently wearing, which is just the 5.
Right.
And then it goes into my absorption, which I was only able to absorb 2 of that. So 7 total got just
Okay.
taken away. So then the 3 came through.
Okay. All right. And in a blur, a figure comes flying around the corner, zips around the angel. Do the S for this person. Pauses for a moment, and it's a woman dressed really modestly, almost in a burqa, but not quite. It's made so she can move fast, and she eyeballs you for like a split second, and does an attack on you. 3 mega. 2, 3, 4. 7. 7 to hit you, and her power does versus your willpower. So roll your willpower.
Okay.
So you can't see her face; you just see her eyes through her.
And it's just a straight up willpower roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I got 1.
Okay, so this is disorient that you're feeling. It's extreme vertigo. Everything feels upside down, and disorient is on 190. Make sure if she can do anything else, or if she's got to. I think she's got to maintain this. All right. Your dice pools are reduced by 6. If it's reduced to half or less, you can't use that power or ability at all unless you spend a point of willpower. Any dice pool reduced to 0 can't be used at all, but you may spend a point of willpower to shake off the effects. I think it's a 1-to-1 but the attacking nova may use the power on the same target multiple times. Okay. So to use a power, you can spend a willpower point. I think
Because it sounds like shake
1-to-1.
off the effects as a willpower. And then it's just gone.
It says any dice pool reduced to less, the target cannot use it unless he spends a willpower point. Any dice pool reduced to 0 cannot be used at all. Target may spend a point of willpower to shake off the effects, but the attacking nova may use the power on the same target multiple times. So why would you even have to spend a willpower point to do one thing at a time?
That's
Sound like an errata thing.
yeah.
Let me pop open the
The book.
player's guide.
I've got it. It says disorient, the actual power.
Yeah.
Density control. Disintegrate, disorient. Let's see here. Rules manipulation plus disorient. Target may use a willpower. Makes a willpower roll. Each net success reduces the target's dice pool by 1. If any dice is reduced to...
Yeah, let me flip to the player's guide real quick because there's an errata section.
Okay, so... willpower roll. So the way I'm reading this is you roll your disorient, I roll my willpower.
Mm-hmm.
I then, whatever your total dice you get on disorient,
Right.
I subtract my willpower successes from that.
Right.
And that's what my dice pool gets reduced by.
Right.
Okay.
So she had 7 successes.
Yeah, so 6, okay. If any dice pool is reduced to half or less, the target cannot use that power or ability unless spends a
All right.
point of willpower. Any dice pool reduced to 0 can't be used at all. The target may spend a point of willpower to shake off the effects.
The only errata for it says subtract mega dice first for disorient.
The Nova may spend an extra.
So I don't know why they would have the. Why would you even bother doing one power ability at a time if you could just spend 1 point to negate the whole thing?
Right.
So I'm wondering if it's supposed to be like a point for point to completely eliminate all the effects. So if you wanted to spend 4 willpower points, you would just automatically take those off. But I don't know. It lasts for the normal quantum plus power rating. 7 turns. And to do it again, you would make another willpower roll to do that. And she gains, however, the opponent may make another willpower. And every time that gets used on you again, you get an automatic success for every turn, every time they try. Huh. Guess you get used to it.
Yeah.
I would say you have to spend the same number of willpower points to shake it off.
Yeah, that makes
Otherwise, it
sense.
doesn't.
Or maybe it's one of those like you've got to roll a willpower. You got to spend a point of willpower to re-roll and see if that reduces anything. Yeah, no, this.
It's like they started, like 2 people worked on this, or they worked on it separate times and spend a willpower point to shake off the effects.
Because it's both like super debilitating, and it's
Right.
also like super easy to step around.
Right.
So that's why I'm just like,
So either way, if you
what level is the power? That's a good way of picking this out.
I think it's a level 2,
Level 2.
so it's pretty maintenance.
Spend a power. So just proposing. I mean, tell me to fuck off. I can either A, spend a point and just get to do my whatever my power is, or spend a willpower point and like as the action, and I get to re-roll my willpower, and again it's reduce those dice numbers to.
So if your dice pool is reduced to half or less, you spend a willpower point to use it, but it's still at the reduced version. Or if you want to buy them off, you can buy them off with a willpower point.
You know what I bet it is? I can spend one willpower point, allows me to use one of those half ones. I spend an additional one, and it's no longer reduced by 6. I think that's what they're trying to say. So, like, for example, my if I wanted to use literally any of my powers, because they're all reduced by over half at this point, because I don't have anything that's a 12.
Right.
So, like, yeah, if I wanted to use my bolt, for example, which is normally an 8, I can spend one willpower point, and I get to roll just the 2 dice. If I spend a second willpower point, now I get to use the full 8 dice pool. Does that sound like what they're maybe trying to say?
What I'm going to say is, if you want to spend a willpower point, it will take off a success for everything. So for this batch she jot you with, if you want to spend 3 temporary willpower points, it would reduce it down to a 3 for all the things, and then that would be how that works. If you wanted to use one of your bolts at half, then you could spend a willpower point to just use that one action. Because this is all dice pools.
Yeah.
That,
No,
so.
I get that. I get that.
But again, she gets to do it again, but you get to make another willpower roll, but you get a +1 success, and if she does another turn, it's another success. But this is going to last for 7 turns.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you got lots of willpower, you can fight her off. If not,
nope,
it's up to you.
Purposely made this guy mental weakness.
So what's going to be the better for you, to roll it at half, spend a willpower point each turn to do one shot, or to spend 3 willpower points and roll it at a
well? So
-3
here's the thing: it's not a half; it's everything's reduced by 6.
Right.
So because that takes everything off as over half, I'd have to spend a willpower point just to use anything.
Right.
That takes a dice pool.
So if you reduce it down to 5, is that
everything?
That cut the half?
No, I'd have to spend
3,
2,
okay,
and then I'd have
some of your stuff up.
Yeah, like 2 of my powers.
Okay.
Just to do that.
It doesn't reduce. Well, all the ones to 0 would be just out, and you wouldn't be able to use them at all.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And
right.
there's plenty of stuff that's just out.
Okay.
So I guess his knee jerk to this is definitely going to be to throw up shield.
Okay.
There's no rolling or dice pool or anything involved. That just goes up.
Okay. And you feel sick to your stomach, like the world goes upside down. This is worse than anything you've ever felt. Like, it's just her eyes and this. The eyes look like they're turning, and then the world's turning the opposite direction.
I can't fly.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't that high in the air, but I'm now on the ground.
Okay.
Because if it reduces all of... Well, I mean, flying doesn't take a dice pool, does it?
I think there's a roll.
I know there's a speed involved, which is based
Unless
off
you're
of your
trying
dice.
to do maneuvers, I don't know that it does.
So you could probably stay there, but...
Or descend safely.
198, is that right?
Let's see here.
Dice pool is dexterity and fly.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see where that comes in. So this power allows a character to fly through the air. Because I don't have to roll when I'm just flying. Yeah, I can't make any flight maneuvers.
Yeah.
Like, I can't dodge in the sky right now.
Right.
Okay. So it's like, oh shit, do I fall out of the sky?
And it's not reduced to 0, so you're okay, right?
My flight?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So if it's by 6, my flight is 0. So there's either A, no dodging, or B, there's flat out no flying. I'll let that be your call.
You can't use it at all. So how high were you up?
I wasn't that high.
Yeah, you land on the ground instantly.
Yeah, I was above the floats, and I didn't try to go up any. I just
Yeah.
floated towards the guy. So
It feels like you're being sucked into space. You land again.
yeah, okay.
All right. That was that one. Those two. In Judgment, who she has a hand on. He is going to split his dice pool.
Oh, I didn't do that. I forgot.
That's what I keep trying to look up one of his things in between all this, and I keep getting distracted. There's too much going on. Too much going on. All right, physical. That is a strength. So I'm right there. Guess I should have
Do you hear me crash?
wrote all my notes.
Because I was
You
above.
don't really crash. You
I
just
don't
kind
know.
of land.
I got a
Okay.
fistful of guy.
If you got your shield up, it does that. It cushions some.
I wouldn't be able to throw my shield up until it's not reactionary, so I wouldn't be able to throw it up until my turn. So
Oh shit. That's what he's got.
oh, that's fun. I could still use my propel to fly if I wanted to,
Yeah.
because that's dice pool NA. So his shield. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
This is okay. This is a dodge roll. Okay.
I can also light myself on fire in defense anytime I want.
Yep. So you're clenched onto him. You got to hold.
Yeah, I
him.
got a hold on him.
He squats down and then jumps.
Okay.
So this is going to be your clinch roll to hold on to him.
Okay.
Which actually pull up my character sheet again.
3.
So this is going to be it would be raw. So this is just strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all right, I'll willpower it, but I don't have any other bonuses to it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. He got 5 successes.
I lose my grip. There's no way I can get 5 successes.
Okay. So you come off with part of his clothing and a button, and he jumps up in the air like it's not quite a kilometer,
Okay.
but he jumps straight up in the air, angles a little bit, and it's coming back down. Where's he at? It's all upside down.
There aren't interrupt actions in this game. Are there?
That is under Mega Dexterity. You need to read about that.
Okay. I will do that.
Because I think you do have the ability to bump someone.
Yeah. I've got it in front of me here. Hang on. Somewhere.
It's
Yeah,
like the whole beginning part of Mega Dexterity. It's all about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I didn't. No, it's over here.
It's where
Here we go.
it's added
Yeah, I
to your
got it.
initiative.
You can use it against you can use it against somebody else's interrupt.
Okay. But you come after him in the initiative order anyway.
Right. So it would be irrelevant unless somebody else held an action to interrupt
Okay.
you. So you can hold. So there must be a mechanism for holding actions to interrupt somebody else.
Okay.
But I couldn't do it without having prepped it beforehand. Okay.
Yeah. Let's just see real quick. I know we're running out of time, but see if it's in the index. HI. Nope. Okay.
I'll look it up. It's fine. Because that's
good to know.
All right, he lifts you off the ground a couple feet before it tears, and you land back down. He jumps up and over, and he is on the opposite side of the street over here now, and this is where the angel and Zeus are with the lady with the S.
And is the lady with the S in the air?
No, she's running.
She's on the she's on the ground.
Oh, so I didn't even see her then.
I said it was a blur, and then she appeared and looked at you, and that's when everything went.
Yeah. So she straight up hit me with this, and I don't even know where she is.
Right.
This angel is a demon.
Like I said, you just see eyes, and then everything else spins out of control. It's like a smear effect, and everything's kaleidoscoping.
Yeah, it's one of those like I don't even know. It's like unless like the eyes like appeared like in front of his face. I don't think he even made eye contact with her because he would have been looking up at the angel the whole time.
Let's see.
He's super fucking distracted.
I think she has to make eye contact with you. Let me make sure.
I don't think she does either. I mean, it's C target. I kind of view this as like some kind of like psychic blast.
Yeah.
That I got hit with, and they probably all eroded it, so it's like, or not eroded, but like in the flavor texted like you make eye contact and da 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 da.
Nope.
Oh, they didn't even put that there. Yeah, I didn't even think so. So it's like, yes, it's kind of like in prison, like, oh, you can see the target, there you go.
Yeah, nothing at all. So you don't even see your eyes.
Yeah, no,
vertigo overtakes you, so you don't even know if it's coming from the angel. You think it's coming from the angel. I
no, it's not an angel, it's a demon.
And that is, that's wrong. It's 3 plus 6. She could be anywhere within 60 meters.
Yeah. No, the sniping range on these things is huge.
So, but she gets up kind of close to make sure she can get you.
Throw is its own maneuver.
Oh.
Remembering that in the future.
Yeah,
it sure is. Yep.
No, we weren't. Yeah. Yep.
You were trying to grab him to throw him, so this would be the throw turn anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, because it's all under the same action. You don't have to. It's not a separate thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the attacker grabs her opponent at +1 difficulty to hit, and then you throw. It's all part of the same
So you
maneuver.
need 2 successes to hit as opposed to just the 1.
Right. Which I could have negated with Mega. It's fine. We did it. It's done. But for future reference, all one maneuver.
Yep. And what's your strength? Isn't it strength to throw ranged or something like that?
It's target is launched a number of meters equal to the attacker's strength. Opponents with lots of momentum may travel an extra 2 meters. And then you suffer knockdown. My strength is only 3.
Okay.
So I could have probably gotten him up onto the stage or closer to it.
Toward it.
Yeah. So, but good to know for future
Actually,
reference.
with that, you spin him around to throw him, and he leaps in the air.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. All right, Firefly, it is your turn officially now.
Okay, so he landed. Is he back down into the crowd, or did he land on?
He's over here. He lands right down the crowd next to a float, which you can't see.
So Zeus is on the float, sort of. You
Yep.
landed down on it when you
Yeah,
descended.
I would have landed on it.
Okay,
and
and he's over in the crowd. I can't see him, so I'm going to climb up onto that stage.
Okay.
And we are.
You're about the same height as the floats now.
Okay, that's fine. You said these are 3 meter squares?
Yes.
These are 3 meter squares? $20 times 3 is 60?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's fine. Then I launch a firebolt at the big guy.
Okay.
Because I can do that from here and I can see him above the crowd.
Okay.
We're going to roll. Well, we're going to. My Mega Dex is a number. Hang on. The only problem with having the computer sheet on the tablet and the book on the same tablet is that you have to keep switching back and forth. Mega Dex is 2. Okay, so I'm going to roll one of the Mega Dex die and then use the other one to drop a difficulty.
Okay.
Which would apply against his
dodge if he's dodging.
If he's dodging, never mind. I'll just roll them both. It's fine.
Again, you can roll your base set first and then decide what to do with your.
That's true too.
Mega dice.
Okay, fine. We'll do that.
And that way, if it's even a possibility, you don't have to worry about it.
3. All right. So we'll just roll and then see what happens. Okay. and 6.
Go.
In the box. Okay. Well, that was a good roll. Being fast probably doesn't make this hit harder, so that's 6 successes. Base and I'll just
It rolls over.
Yeah, I'll just roll.
Because it does not dodge.
I will also roll the Mega Dex to hit, which give me another 1 success.
Okay.
So 7 successes to hit.
6 rollover.
Okay. And then 6 roll over, and then we do 6 automatic damage.
Okay. It's got a soak of 2, so that's 4.
And we said 6 roll over, so there's the rollover for damage. And then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop dropping dice, Mary. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's just like 12. Okay.
You have to roll that in shifts
That's fine. We got this.
because you left 4.
Yeah, but those weren't. I wasn't counting those.
Oh, okay.
It's only 12 plus the 6, so I was counting out dice of the same color.
And none of those are the automatic successes.
No,
damage,
the
okay.
6 were already there, and then it's power rating times 4, so
Okay.
Yeah.
another 12 dice.
I have a higher auto. She has a higher pool.
And again, 7's
Seven is the
success.
difficulty.
7s are always the your target number. 7s are always the target number. Difficulty is different than the target number. I will one day
That's right.
get those things straight in my head. That's a 9. So okay, 8 damage.
8 additional.
8 additional. Fire lethal damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so you did 14. I did 15 to this thing.
With that, she burns into the hole, and then are you doing that strafing thing?
No, that was just a straight fireball.
Burns the rest through, like the fire goes through up into the air, and it leans backwards in a weird point, and then vanishes.
Okay.
All right. Zeus.
Okay.
Did I see that right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank God, she joins the fight now.
The colors.
I just see this kaleidoscope of red and yellow, and it's like, oh, thank God.
I'm going to.
So, hands down, no matter what, first thing, shield.
Okay.
Because I don't feel well, and
Right.
something's hurting me.
Right.
The second thing is I would be trying to use the willpower to lessen these. So
Okay.
could I do the shield and spend the 2 willpower?
Does it say? I believe so. As long as it's not an activation, there's no dice pool.
Yeah. No. The shield. The shield does need to be activated,
Okay.
but
Is that an alarm?
yep. Yeah. I guess it's like the hey go home alarm. I don't know.
So let's look at your power real quick. What page is that on?
Okay. That is on page... Oh, I just had it. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Nope, stop. Behave. Page 195, shield. Dice pool, NA.
Okay.
Range, self, area, NA, duration, maintenance. Character creates a force field, and there's and just about all of these, everything around here, it's like you have to activate it.
Right.
So I'm assuming activation, and not that that's just always up.
It defaults back to the elemental mastery, and it says multiple actions. Yes, so you can do this and other things. at the same time.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So it gets activated. You can create. Okay, so you do turn it on. Slightly obscures other view of the character, but does not interfere with the vision at all. All right, yeah. So it turns on, and you can spend your dice pool, your willpower points temporary to reduce down the 6 difficulty for everything you're doing.
Okay. And I guess because this is multiple actions, yes. Could I then also do another power that actually has a dice pool?
As long as it does not require willpower.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, as woozy as I can, I stand up and I look around. Do I see the Berkeleta staring at me? Do I see...
Did you spend your willpower points first?
Yes.
All right, so you're at a minus what, 4?
Yes.
Okay. So make an awareness roll.
Okay.
Is your perception roll at half?
Yes.
Is that minus 4? Then
It is right there.
It says that or less. So to use it, you would have to spend another willpower point to use that. 'Cause
Okay.
It's still brought down.
Then...
Because you're still... It's all crazy. You just see people moving and everything. Just
Yeah.
90.
I'm just going to stand up, and if I can, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a crush.
Okay.
And the first thing I see that gets aggressive towards me, I'm just going to blast it away.
Okay. Again, this is your entire perception roll. If you're not taking it all, then you're not able to see what's going on, really. You don't know that the guy jumped over next to you. You wouldn't have seen it.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's one of those, like, the next thing that, like, hits me. It's like, the next time you're like, hey, you see this guy, it's like, fuck you.
Okay.
It's a...
So this is your delayed...
Yeah. I'm kind of viewing this as like a cornered animal lashing out.
Okay.
So, and that's why it's like I'm not shooting it right here, right now. It's the like...
Okay. And I'm wondering if we'd have to find that interrupt sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing, basically, is you're waiting for something to...
Yeah. But I'd imagine like the attack at least would have to go off. So they would happen simultaneously.
Depends on whether or not if they have mega dexterity, they can interrupt your interrupt action.
Right.
But otherwise, it should just happen. But I haven't found the rules yet.
Lethal soak, yeah. I think this would be a whole night of us going through the book trying to find it. But I'm not seeing it anywhere. Declare your actions, any multiple actions, reducing dice score accordingly.
I found the index at the back of the book, so I'm using that.
Yeah. A character can abort to a defensive action, block, parry, dodge at any time before her action is performed as long as the player makes a successful willpower roll. Oh, or spends a point.
Yeah, that's
So
the
they-
default.
so
So
these
in
people
theory, the order would go, everybody declares actions
Right.
before we start actually
Going
doing
into
them.
them, yeah.
And that's for the whole round. Everybody would declare, and then
Yeah.
if you get hit, you can abort to defense, but
Right.
that would be...
Okay.
Or, yeah, if you're, determined to strike difficulty damage. It's something it's going to be hard to find, probably. Defensive maneuvers.
Here we go. Under initiative, all your character's actions are staged at her rank in the order of initiative. There are only 2 exceptions. The first is if your character delays her action, in which case her maneuvers happen when she finally takes action. You can act at any time after your designated order in the initiative, even to interrupt another slower attacker. So they have to be behind you in initiative,
Okay.
and then you can interrupt them.
Okay.
And if 2 characters both delay their actions and both finally act at the same time, the one with the higher initiative score acts first.
Okay.
Oh, for the turn. Oh, that sounds like you reroll initiative every turn. Hang on.
That would be crazy.
That'd be that popcorn initiative, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. Each player.
We need to read the rules more.
Yeah.
Well, it's the stuff
Although
you
but
assume be the same.
It doesn't say that specifically, so that's interesting. But it would make sense in that kind of sense of if you can interrupt somebody who's slower than you, if the initiative keeps changing.
Yeah.
So, and then defensive actions would also break initiative order. But yeah, so you can just declare you declare you're delaying, and then you can declare your interrupt action whenever in somebody else's who's slower than you turn.
Okay.
Okay, so at this one, with me going at the top currently, my delayed action, which is the only one that's actually like an action you take, is when something attacks me,
Okay.
crush. And if nothing attacks me, then I don't do it.
Okay. Yeah, because that would also be dependent on visual. Like if it doesn't have to physically attack you.
Right, and you don't. It doesn't sound like you have to declare anything. You just declare that you're delaying your turn.
Right.
And then when you get to the attack round,
Right.
then you declare what you're doing
Okay.
to interrupt.
Sounds
That's the way I'm reading
good.
it.
Okay.
We'll have to go through the initiative too some of the time and really look and see if it's every turn. All right.
Oh yeah, I bet it does because each combat turn has 3 stages: initiative, attack,
That's exactly-
defense.
okay.
So you would be re-rolling initiative every round.
Okay.
We've got 2 weeks to look this up at a
Well,
minimum.
there are
so-
lots of rules we can adjust as we go because
right.
we keep learning them.
So whose freaking turn was it?
So I would first.
delayed.
I'm delaying.
Okay. Now it's all their turns.
So yeah, so it's everyone but Mary, and
Okay.
then Mary.
All right.
I'm up on stage.
All right.
I'm kind of on a stage.
I'm over here distracting.
And
Not
he's gonna
really,
do
but-
his
I'm
thing.
distracting.
I'm throwing fire. It's as distracting as a lot of other things would be, but not necessarily in this fight.
As a lot of things should be.
Right. That's
Right.
That's better.
But
better
I am
phrase.
literally a lightning diva.
Right.
All right.
And that other diva's over there still glaring at you.
Yeah. He's closer now.
This is all Rochelle's tension's fault.
All right. So 4 mega dice.
I'm gonna pour Dawn on all of her wigs.
All right. So that is 6. And I think you're. Is he close enough? What's the range of this? Because I didn't write the damn range down. I should have.
What's the power?
Poison.
Oh, it's not one I have. That's why I was hoping I could be helpful, but no.
That's all right.
You'll have to look it up.
And I am writing the page number next to the power, so I don't have to keep going back and forth through the index. 213. All right. We in trouble?
An alarm that I didn't know I had set.
Yeah, it went off earlier, and I didn't know how to kill it, so I
Yeah,
just
it
hit
was a
snooze.
button. Yep. Okay.
10 meters times the power. 50 meters.
You've got it.
I do have it, don't I? Wow, that covers almost the whole fucking block. All right. Zeus, you need to make a resistance roll.
Can I even make the resistance roll?
What is... I think this is going to be one of those things that is automatic. So you get to roll it, but it's a -6.
Cool.
Do you have anything left over?
I don't know.
Stamina.
What's my stuff? What's my roll?
Stamina and resistance.
Oh, stamina and oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
have.
just-
Say-
Yeah, it's an ability,
What?
so you get
Sorry.
your attribute and your
Let's see.
mega and
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. And
This is I'm good at.
you don't have adaptability, do you?
No, but I've got resiliency.
Resistance on a roll help you counter that. Okay. So go ahead and roll it.
Double botch.
That's not all your dice.
At -6? Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh god. So that
Yeah, that's my
increases-
one level with my 2 megas.
Oh god. So that increases the virus that he has just punched out. Firefly sees at least 15 people around where he landed. They just pass out because this was a lot more potent than he did before. His roll was better. So 4 successes on this roll is extremely fatal diseases: Ebola fever, Marburg fever, Lhasa fever. But he rolled 7, so it's even more potent than that. It's faster acting,
You just gave everybody the pneumonic plague.
pretty much.
Well, did I give everybody or did I give myself?
Well,
He got you.
I gave myself a 9.
yeah.
You didn't give yourself. So we're going to read up on diseases, but this is raunchy. Let's look up diseases real quick, just to be safe.
Yeah, it's when you take away 6 of my 9 dice pool.
And armor doesn't do anything.
Oh, I
against
know,
this.
I know. But you're like that can't be all of them. Still -6. I would love to roll the other 6 dice and resist this,
Doesn't have anything
but I can't.
about diseases in here. They're really good about the other things, like having diseases and examples and what it does. So,
Or at least like a status effect, like
damage types, yeah. Nothing at all. So I guess what we're going to do is you're going to have to soak this, and it's lethal.
okay.
So the potency of the thing is a 4, and you've got 3 successes on you to soak whatever this is coming through, to slow it down, basically.
Okay.
That's all I can think of without
So-
finding it offhand.
My soak
Lethal soak?
minus armor, because it's also just it goes through my shield, right?
Yeah.
And would this be physical?
It's a virus, so I don't know how.
That
It's a
attacks
disease.
that attacks and breaks down your body.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So my soak is a 9.
Okay. How are you soaking this with?
Because that would be
affecting
my stamina, my mega stamina, and my invulnerability physical.
It's not a physical attack. It's viruses. What's your soak without it?
3.
That's the dice you have. Okay, so go ahead and
Did
just
you
roll the
look
3
at
dice.
255?
No, I did not.
It was under injury and in the index and then disease. Yeah.
All right. So
Okay, cool.
For game purposes, diseases by bashing damage, although soak isn't normally possible, Mega Stamina may allow 1, while appropriate life supports enables the resistance ability.
So it doesn't sound like it does a lot of damage outright, but
No.
then it does. It has other
Kicks in.
detrimental effects.
Right. So there is no soak,
Okay.
unfortunately. Severe sickness, permanent attribute reductions may occur. The resistance ability for those all knows have at least 3 dots, and we rolled that, right? No, you rolled. Yeah, you rolled.
I rolled a resistance roll
Okay,
where I double botched.
oh, that's right. Okay, so there's 3 extra successes on top of that. So we'll just remember that. I got to write that down to figure out what that is and how long it's going to take. You have regeneration?
I do.
Okay, that will help.
Yes. I'm already looking up the rules to make sure I can.
All right. Yeah, but for regular humans, baselines, that is killing people outright. They're passing out from bashing damage.
Oh, this is bashing, not lethal?
For game persons, are applied as bashing damage, although soak roll isn't normally possible. So that's
But
what's
if it's a
happening.
severe disease, it can be like if you keep going, it could be
Oh.
lethal damage. It's up to.
Oh, because I don't soak. Well, I got the mega. No, no. all weird.
It's a basic resistance roll, and that's the botched. So that's
Gotcha.
that's the extras. That was 5. You double botched, right?
Yes.
Phew. Okay. So you see him cough. Nova us don't usually do that. So
It's very weird.
all right, it is 10:16. Do we want to call this and get back to it later? Or because I think this is going to go on a little farther.
Yeah, I think. It's
Yeah,
going a
that's
little
probably
farther.
not a bad idea.
Let's finish Mary's turn.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
let's
because that would
finish-
be the end of the round.
Right. So this
Yeah.
is the first judgment. Just did his thing.
So there's no angel. So now we go to Vertigo.
There is no angel.
Because I killed him, in theory. It looked like I killed him.
Right.
Let's be specific here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let's finish off. I'll start packing my stuff. But yeah, let's finish off the combat round.
All right.
I'm writing an am sick.
It's the cough from Zoolander. The cold cough.
I got the black lung pop.
All right. Did you save anything for dodge, Firefly?
I did not.
Okay.
However, we did learn that I can default to a dodge action if
Yes.
because I haven't gone yet. So I spend a willpower point and I can default to dodge.
Right.
I do have a quick question.
Sure.
When the sickness came out, did it hit me like a wave? Did I feel anything? Nope. Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's no. He doesn't have to touch people. He's not spitting on people. It's an airborne virus that he is exuding.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Because I just remember when you said declare, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I was holding that crush, but yeah, no. If nothing, if I don't feel anything or I didn't get an
Didn't notice
indication, I got nothing. So as far as I know, this is just another symptom of that whatever that devil did to me.
Right. Right. All right.
What is a dodge action? Is that just straight dex?
Dexterity?
Because it's not a skill. Defensive maneuvers, dodge, athletics, or martial arts. Oh, so I can use athletics. Cool.
Nice.
I did. Let me finish reading that. Make sure there's nothing else relevant. Cool.
God, she's-
And novas without at least or with at least one level of mag dex may dodge range attacks without the necessity of seeking cover. So that's cool. You just dodge bullets, which makes sense.
Let's look up hyper movement real quick just to be safe. Because I don't want to. How much is it to see them move? That's. All right. Outpace bullets. Auto combat.
Interesting. It specifically says you can't dodge when there's no room to maneuver, and you can't block or parry if you don't know an attack is coming. But it doesn't say you can't dodge an attack you don't see coming.
Right.
So in theory, even if I don't see her, I can dodge.
And I thought this had something about being able to even see the person moving at a certain. Yeah. You would think that would be one of the things. Is that in like.
Is it a power or a mega dexterity thing?
That's what I was. Does it say it in the mega dexterity? Like if someone's rapidly moving, there's another rapid movement thing in there. Do you have to be able to see them? Or can you see them? It would just stink to. Physical.
There we go.
Have it in one place and not in the other where it's really important.
Right. Where did I go with it?
Even enhanced movement doesn't say anything about it. You just go faster.
Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't really say anything.
All right, so go ahead and do your awareness. And she
Okay.
does have... She does have stealth, so she is going to try and do this at least somewhat sneakily.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will be able to defend it from it. She did not roll super great.
I only got 2 successes.
Oh, her mega dice made up for that. 3. You don't see this or hear this coming at all. She's not running at full speed, so it's not making a sonic boom, but she's got a 4 for hyper movement. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of dice. So she is rolling 6 dice to hit you.
So are you saying I can't dodge it?
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. I'll knock off 2 of her successes, and I got 2.
Okay. All right, just make sure.
Oh, it would make sense because even if you can't, you can dodge bullets, but you can't necessarily see them
It's
coming.
really hard.
So yeah, it's just harder. So
Okay.
you can still try.
You feel a lot of wind moving around you as you're moving out of the way, and it feels like you at the split second see a fist, and then it's gone.
Okay.
She moves so fast, it's just she could be back where she is without anything. All right, and that is the last person, and it is Firefly's turn.
Okay. Well, that was basically my turn. I gave up my turn to dodge.
Okay,
So
and she beat your.
So that was the next
Perception,
question.
so-
She beat my perception, but she didn't hit me.
No,
Okay.
not landed a single punch.
Okay.
She rolled 1 success.
Oh, well then.
She's not a fisticuffs. All right, so we'll call it here.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll do experience points
Oh yeah.
anyway.
So just so I get it written down, how much damage did I take from getting sick?
It's level 4 sickness, and he got 5 successes on you. So I got to figure out what we're going to do with all that. With damage and how. So it's not damage, you're just super infected. Like you looked at in his direction, went and sucked in a lot of whatever this was.
You got a huge viral payload. Which is
Right
actually
in the
what they
face.
call it. So
Yep.
Experience points. Like payload. No.
Yeah. No, okay. Because I just want to make sure. Like I've got like the note that I'm sick, so I just want to make sure I had
You're
everything written
infected,
down.
basically.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, but yeah, it's like I have the so it's like I'm already healing pre regeneration. I heal 4 times faster.
Right.
So it's like, so there is the question of like, well, how long does the sickness last?
Right.
'Cause
And if it's got 5 successes on you, it may counteract all of that. Like your body's healing it, but it's onset so bad that
It's that Wade
It's-
Wilson.
still
Yeah.
gaining traction on you by 1 success.
yeah.
So it might knock you out for a
Well, it's
a
like
week
that's
or so.
that's the natural heal, and then I can actually use the regeneration, which will heal then on top of that, like speed heal.
Right. All right. So 1 point of automatic discovery. Understands something new and significant about himself. Fellow novas of the universe. Yeah. Exceptional role play. Yeah, I'll take it. Heroism. Yeah. Wisdom. Discovered a way out of a trap. Learn the truth behind a mystery. Deduce a solution together. No. Creativity. Yeah, we'll take creativity. All right, where'd my cursor go? Come on. And cohesion. You worked exceptionally well together, defeating their opponents. No.
Yeah, we didn't defeat
we
anything.
haven't defeated
Not
anything now.
All right. So that it.
I mean, we both did hit that one big guy.
Yeah, we took him down.
Yeah.
But we
It was not
failed
together. That
at-
was not together.
No, and we failed at everything.
That was
else.
just separately the same.
And you didn't tell him that the other person was
Yeah,
around.
he
and-
was up in the air being all flashy, and I couldn't really. Yeah, no,
I
it's-
announced its presence and was shouting at it.
Yeah, but there was.
I
a
didn't know
whole
where you
other
were in the
guy.
crowd. I tried,
All right.
It's cool.
but I gave it the Zeus try.
Right. It was, and I looked up and went, "There's no way he's gonna hear me from here. Fuck that. He's in his own little Zeus world right now."
Yeah, no, 100%, no.
So.
Okay, so that's 5. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that on there. Okay. Which
That'll give me enough to buy something else. I don't know what yet, but I'll figure it out.
yeah.
Because that'll give me 10 points, and I think there was something I needed like 8 for, but I'll have to go back and look again. And for my birthday, I got a stylist, so
Oh,
we
nice.
will have pictures of.
Nice. What was I gonna say? Oh, if you want to buy those tainted, you're welcome to buy tainted versions of whatever.
It's
power
true.
you have.
I'll figure
Yeah, you
it
wanna buy
out.
So
some
it can only
taint?
be 4.
I could, huh?
It- it won't cost you 4.
I've only got like 2 points of taint right now, so it's
Yeah, I currently just have the 1, and I'm. Ugh, that was ugly. Yeah, I'm heavily looking towards buying some more stuff, but I was also wanted to wait a little bit until I finished this skill stuff, which I need. I think I did the math on it. It was one of those like I need in order to get everything where I wanted to be. I needed 22 experience points, but it's like because then it's like now we've actually built out Connor's skills,
Right.
and then we can start. It's like okay, so then it's going to be like the mega manipulation, the and some other stuff. But yeah,
All right. Well, I think we'll cut it there. It's 10:30 on our time frame. So, all right. This has been a production of gamingwithoutgaming.com. All rights reserved. Have a good night.
see you.
Bye.